This is for the sled dogs in the trenches. Real hockey parents, real stories. The good and the gong show. No filters, no sugarcoating, no politics. Just straight hockey talk and the best guests around the barn. Welcome to the Crazy Hockey Dads podcast. All right, boys, grind them corners, chirp responsibly, and bring that savage fire.
All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 63 of the Crazy Hockey Dads podcast, the unfiltered podcast for hockey parents. No politics, no sugarcoating, just real talk for hockey parents in the trenches.
Nailed it. Dude, what a recovery from the last recording. Jeez, you got some sleep. You probably ate some Wheaties. I don't know what else you did.
Yeah. No, it was good. Yeah. I don't know. It was late last time too.
Yeah,
We're recording different time of the day.
Yeah.
You know, and thank you to BJD, Big John Daniels, for our awesome introduction. You can find him in Big John Daniels Instagram. Buddy, what is going on?
Yo, dude. That is a great question.
It is.
Not less and less hockey.
Yeah,
off season. What's been going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, last weekend Otto was out on a mountain biking. I forget when we recorded. But
I think we talked. Did we talk about
biking
that?
Race.
We did talk about it because you said you were there for a very long time.
Yeah.
And didn't get to see a whole heck of a lot.
No,
unless you were like a ranger on the course, and then you said you didn't want to be stuck there when he was done.
Yeah,
which would have been a little rough.
Yeah, that would have been annoying.
That would have been rough. Yeah.
So then Otto had his first track meet this week.
Oh, nice.
He had his first track meet, and then Noah had her first lacrosse game.
Exciting.
So we've had like
spring sports.
Spring sports.
Okay.
Are upon us.
And I see the spring has ushered in a new look for you. You have a collar on for the first time.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think I've ever seen you kind of buttoned up like that.
I wouldn't call it buttoned up.
Well,
just
more buttoned up than I've ever seen you before.
Yeah, I just opened my closet and it spoke to me, and I said, "This is what we're doing today."
I understand why it spoke to you, because it's been like 80 degrees here the last couple of days. So a short sleeve collared shirt is probably the way to go.
It's not a bad way to go. I'll tell you that.
No,
much.
It's not, and it's very colorful for springtime.
Well, I mean, it's a nice white and salmon.
Yes, it is salmon.
Salmon.
I think it looks good.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. From a man who wears a lot of collars, that means a lot.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am tied up a bunch.
Tied up?
Yeah.
Why do you call it tied up?
Well, because normally back in the day when we were wearing ties, like I had a tie on all the time.
Oh, now I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So the collar I'm just kind of used to it.
Yeah.
It was always at work was like a dress shirt, like a button down dress shirt with a tie and like a pullover over it.
Yeah.
Or like
it's a cardigan.
No, but thanks for asking.
Even if an opportunity to drop that line came up every podcast, I think it would still make me laugh.
Listen, I mean, it's one of the funniest parts of that movie, by the way. And I keep getting like when I talk to our hockey parents, because we had practice this week, because we have a parody event tomorrow. So they had mentioned I saw them on Thursday. They had already listened to the episode.
Yeah,
we dropped on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So they are all like giggling at the lines that we drop. Tic tac, sir. I mean, like, I mean, seriously though, is there a funnier movie? I mean, than Dumb and Dumber? I mean, it's
kind of hard to.
There are so many lines from that movie. I mean, you just go down the list. I mean, it's like. Our pads' heads are falling off.
What about? Well, we can tie this into hockey when Cam Neely.
That's true, actually.
When Cam Neely makes his appearance, and then he goes, "You're gonna eat that."
That's right.
Yeah. No. Maybe.
Like, I thought about it.
God just hawked in my burger.
It's funny. I totally forgot that Cam Neely was in that.
Carey goes to the host station, and he goes, "So Seabass and the boys over there, they're gonna buy us around." Seabass said this. Oh yeah, and then they pan over to Seabass, and he's like, yeah. So good.
He was so. I forgot Cam Neely was in that, dude. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
that's a great movie. I mean, was that his? No, it's his coming out movie, Jim Carrey. Like, what was his coming out movie?
I don't know.
Was it like, I'm trying to think what was first, Liar Liar, or I just looked at my computer and it is on red. Like this thing's
Oh,
not,
you need to plug it in?
this thing is not going to last. That's nah, it's fine. It's for now. I don't really need it.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I mean, I have 8%. We're good. Is there like a funnier movie of Jim? Like Liar Liar was pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. Like that was pretty good. The Mask was good, but not like funny.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I can't quote a lot of lines from The Mask.
No.
You know, other than like smoking. Like
Yeah.
there's not a whole. Unless I'm forgetting, we probably have people screaming.
Well,
at the
you would know
radio
better
right
than
now.
me. That's for sure.
I mean, give me what's your favorite Jim Carrey movie? If you had to pick one.
Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
Cable Guy.
Cable Guy wasn't bad. Definitely not bad. Not bad.
I mean, Ace
Oh
Ventura
my
is
god!
good.
I was just gonna say, how do we not talk about those? I mean, if you pull up his thing, he's known for Bruce Almighty, The Mask, and Ace Ventura. How's Dumb and Dumber not in there, by the way? I mean,
It's the suspects.
yeah,
list.
right. I mean, yes, that is definitely suspect. What about the one where he was the oh my god, what was the name of it? Scott, it was one where he was the motorcycle cop up in Rhode Island. Oh my god, I can't think of what it was called.
I don't
It
know.
wasn't Bruce Almighty.
Oh.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. It wasn't Cable Guy. It wasn't Dumb and Dumber. It was. Oh my God,
Are you
I
looking
can't
it up?
remember. I'm trying to. Me, myself, and Irene.
Oh yes. That
Holy
was
shit.
and then that was when the Block was quoting me, myself,
Yes,
and Irene.
correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, he was doing the. Yes,
Yes.
exactly. I mean, he's got. I mean, oh my God, fun,
a-
fun with Dick and Jane.
He's an accomplished dude, man.
Oh my God,
But he's not for everyone.
No, definitely not for everyone. But his acting is like his comedy is pretty legit.
Yeah, no.
Like
without a doubt.
if you think about like people, he was in Anchorman 2. Why do I not remember that? He was in Anchorman 2.
I never saw Anchorman 2.
I don't think I've seen a lot of Anchorman 2. The first one was killer. The second one was like,
Yeah.
you know. But think about it, like what other like comedic geniuses are out there, like that can like stay on the same plane as him.
Oof.
Right?
I mean, that are still
Like Will Ferrell, I feel like is on the
Ferrell
same
comes to
plane,
mind.
right? Like, and then you got like some like, but like who else is on the same plane as those guys? Like some people would put like Vince Vaughn. Like I wouldn't put Vince Vaughn there. You know what I mean?
I don't think of him in the same way, although he is funny. Then it makes me think of Owen Wilson.
I mean, again, they're funny, right? But they're not like who are like the guys. Like if you had like all right, so then you can also go back to guys like. So I just googled like the top 10 guys, and and it's a pretty legit list. Although Jim Carrey's not on this. I don't know how he's not on this
So
list.
the one that I have is Jim Carrey up top. Oh,
I don't know why the list I have Jim Carrey's not on, and it's on IMDb, which is
Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, Eddie Murphy, Steve Carell, Bill Murray, Robin Williams, Ben Stiller, Seth Rogen, Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Paul Rudd, Danny DeVito,
See, I wouldn't-
Jack Black,
I
Kevin
wouldn't-
Hart.
I don't know if is Robin Williams on that list?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is Mike Myers on the list?
No, that's a good one.
Leslie Nielsen,
Leslie Nielsen's the best.
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
I mean, like Chevy Chase. Where is Chevy Chase on the list? Dangerfield.
Dan Aykroyd.
I forgot about Dan Aykroyd. I mean, like, well, Dan Aykroyd.
He's not.
I could see him
yeah.
not on that list.
yeah,
You know,
fair,
like Adam
fair.
Sandler, I can see not on that list, although very funny. Yeah, man. Anyway. So yeah. So
All right.
so you're into spring sports.
Spring sports are upon us.
Okay.
And that's really it. Starting to just adjust to the outdoor weather vibe.
Right. Your shirt says that.
My shirt says that,
Yep,
and
I
my
hear you.
kid's schedule says that.
Right.
And
Right.
So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
How about you?
We
You
had
your parody thing. So what's how did practice look? You how many practices have you had?
we had 2.
2. Okay. Did you watch the second one?
I did just to see what the new people looked like.
And how are you
That's
feeling?
Good. We have 3 games tomorrow. 3 like
But is there a noticeable upgrade on the ice?
there is.
There is a noticeable upgrade.
Yeah. The puck moves a lot more. It moves a lot faster. The speed is a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I noticed a difference between, you know,
But what about the players on the ice? Is that the result of the players on the ice,
think
or
so.
just all the kids are?
no,
like,
I think so. Listen, I suppose they could be all wound up and playing faster and harder,
Right.
but I don't think so.
So the new groups bring in new energy. How many new kids do you guys pick up?
A lot.
What's a lot?
Let's say like 8.
No. 8?
I think so, buddy.
That's like a rebuild.
It's like a retool. I mean,
It's like a retool, sure.
Yeah. I mean, hold on, let me think. You have 1, 2. I'm gonna forget somebody too. So on defense you have 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And on offense you have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. What did I say? How many on D? 3? 3 on D?
Sure.
So 3 on D, then you have on offense, you have 1, 2, 3. I'm forgetting.
Okay, so that's 6. That's still a
But
lot.
it's more than 6. It's 100% more than 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4. There's 4 on offense, 3 on D, 4 on offense, and I'm forgetting somebody.
7.
It's 7 or 8.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's 7. Maybe the number 7. Yeah. No, even if it's 7, it's a big number.
And from what you can tell, is it all upgrades?
From what I can tell, it seems to be.
Wow, that's like
It's the product on the ice looks quicker.
that's awesome.
It looks quicker. It looks the puck moves a lot faster.
Same goalies.
Same goalies.
Okay.
Yeah, puck moves a lot faster. I'm sure they love that. Pucks move a lot faster and coming a lot harder.
Yeah.
So it looks good so far. Monday, Tuesday, it looks the part.
Yeah.
You know, let's see if it continues. Tomorrow will be telling. Nah, it's not true. Tomorrow won't be telling. Tomorrow's the first time they get to play together as like a team.
Right.
So it's not telling. But I bet you the speed will be different.
Yeah.
I think it will. I'll let you guys know next time we come back
I
here.
would think so. I would think every year it gets faster.
Yes, I think that's true because the kids are getting bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
You know, I did we get bigger? I don't know necessarily know if we got bigger. Maybe we got bigger. We might have got bigger too.
Okay.
Yeah, but it looks good. Yeah, no,
That's awesome,
the
man.
product looks good.
And Dom's, any early feedback on teammates, like new personalities, all seem to be
You know, he knows
thumbs up.
He knows a bunch of them.
Oh, that just joined?
Yeah, so like 2 he played with as like mites. 1 he played with
That's
as
like years ago.
as squirts.
Yeah.
You know, so 1 was on our Rockets team first year.
Okay.
You know, so
Right.
he's there. We had like a old buddy from the Avalanche that when they were like full ice mites is there. And then Dom's teammate from 2 years ago came back.
Oh.
He's back.
Okay.
And then Dom does lessons with Dom does lessons with our guest today, actually.
Oh, there you go.
With our, so him and the 2 of them do lessons with our guest for today. And he's familiar with a bunch of them. I think there's only a handful he's not familiar with.
Okay, cool.
You know? So tomorrow should be interesting. See how it goes.
Great.
I think the coaching staff is excited. I know they finalized with Eric, so
good. Let's mention.
good.
Let's talk about.
Good to go in that department.
Yeah.
And I guess we should do our partners.
There you go.
With that being said, right?
Howie's Hockey.
All right, so Howie's Hockey. Go use the discount code CRAZY10 for 10% off your Howie's Hockey gear. Scott's favorite, the candle. My favorite, the scissors. Stacy's son's favorite, his light blue T-shirt. But in all seriousness, they have awesome stuff. I've said it many times on this podcast. It's my favorite logo in the youth hockey space, next to ours. So if you need anything, tape, laces, gear, they have awesome clothing. In my opinion, they have really cool stuff. Their retro colors are awesome. Go use the code CRAZY10 to get 10% off your Howie's Hockey gear.
Crazy 10. And next up, Coach Kevin at hockeytraining.com. Now is the time to check him out if you haven't already. Check out his website, check out the app, download, take a look at what he's got. If you're looking to get your kids some extra reps off the ice, at home, wherever you might be, park, high school, whatever the deal is, for quicker, stronger, faster hands, feet, that's going to translate to on-ice performance, you got to check out hockeytraining.com. Coach Kevin also has virtual stick handling classes, and it's not just for your kids. Any of you beer leaguers, adult league players out there, there's also men's league domination training programs too. So
Scott's favorite, men's league domination.
23. That's what's up. Anyway, so check out hockeytraining.com for this off season.
So now we have Titan Battle Gear. So Scott and I trust our kids in Titan Battle Gear, not just because it protects them, because it looks good too. If you go to titanbattlegear.com or our link in our show notes, which is titanbattlegear.com/crazyhockeydads. Scott and I trust our kids with it. We think it's the best protection out there for our kids. And we spend enough money on this game. Nothing wrong with spending a little more money on protecting your kids, right? Which is the number one thing. So we love Titan Battle Gear. Like I said, they have great styles. They have great stuff. They have the highest protection in the industry. So go to titanbattlegear.com and use the code CrazyDads10 for 10% off.
Yeah. I was going to say, I thought winning was everything. I thought that was the number one thing, was winning.
Oh, when you're in your Titan Battle Gear, in your Titan Battle Gear first, then you go win.
Oh, and then,
because you can't win without Titan Battle Gear.
Well,
no, you can't.
Because
if you're not in Titan Battle Gear, you're worried about getting cut.
And look, if you look good, you feel good, you play good.
Bro, the kids say it all the time,
look good,
right?
Feel good, play good.
Look good, play good, right?
Yep.
So I mean, if you don't, plus if you're worried about getting cut, you're not going to play your best. So when you're not worried about getting cut, you can play free, and then you'll be your best. So you need Titan Battle Gear first.
There it is.
Then you'll be good to go. If you're seeing your kids if you're seeing that you think your kid's holding back a little bit, just go get him Titan Battle Gear base layer. Then he's good to go. especially the ice cream one, which is pretty sick looking, and the Miami one with the palm tree.
I like the speckled one.
He's like Tom Selleck. No, that's a Magnum PI. I'm thinking of Don Johnson.
Don Johnson, Miami Vice.
Don Johnson, Miami Vice.
Let's go.
Wrong 80s actor. Sorry.
TV was so different.
Although I must say, Tom Selleck's mustache is pretty unforgettable.
It's unreal.
Like the fact that I linked him with Miami Vice is probably not good.
No.
It should be the Ferrari, not the
Yeah, but then you're also forgetting about Knight Rider.
Great show, buddy. Great show, Kit.
Hey, Kit.
I mean, what a great show that I got to tell you. And maybe I'm wrong, but like TV is not the same today.
It's different.
It's also different because everything is streaming now for the most part.
Yeah.
But like Knight Rider was so cool.
But you know what's funny?
Magnum PI,
but
dude.
like if you ever go back, so listen to this. So this was years ago now. But when I was a kid, when I was a kid, going back as far as I can remember, probably like it must have been, we lived at that one house, so it was like at least first grade.
The first one in Colonial Road?
No,
the first one in Colonial. The first one in Franklin Lakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we I would always watch MacGyver before Monday Night Football. That was like the 1-2 punch. MacGyver right into Monday Night Football.
Really? MacGyver was on before Monday Night Football?
It was on before Monday Night Football.
Get out. I do not remember that. Okay.
So, Monday Night Football started at 9. Remember You Make the Call during Monday Night Football?
Yes.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yes, I do.
That. Anyway, so I loved MacGyver.
Okay.
And then fast forward to like, I don't know, it's probably my 20s.
Right.
Maybe must have been my 20s at some point. My mom was at Costco and they had like the first 3 seasons of MacGyver on DVD.
Okay.
And so she bought them for me. And I was like,
wow,
no way.
Okay.
And then I started watching and I was like, I can't believe I like this.
Really? Why? Why can you not believe that?
I don't know. It just seemed like maybe the acting was bad. Or like, you know, when you're in first, second, third grade and you're watching this like adult like MacGyver thing, you're like, whoa.
No, MacGyver was cool. He was cool.
I know, but it lost its it didn't have the same impact like, you know, 20 years later.
So it's funny. I get that, by the way.
You know what I mean?
But MacGyver was great back in the day.
Sure.
You know, my father-in-law can do all that stuff. Like he can fix. He can put. He calls
like
it
MacGyver.
He calls it Rube Goldberging. So when you Rube Goldberg something, you fashion it together.
Okay.
Kind of like half-ass it, but it works.
Yeah. You
right?
rig it.
Like a Rube Goldberg. Right. You rig it. Exactly. Right. So MacGyver would do all that.
Yeah.
Like he would be able to like put stuff together. And it's funny. It reminds me of the movie 6 Days, 7 Nights. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's with Harrison Ford and Anne Heche.
Oh, yes.
R.I.P. Anne Heche.
Yeah.
But he was a pilot. They were in like the Caribbean somewhere, some island, right? And she needed to get back to the States, and the plane goes down, right? So like she looks at Harrison Ford when they first went down, and she goes, "Aren't you one of those guys?" And he's like, "What do you mean? What's one of those guys?" She's like, "You." They send them out to the wilderness with a pocket knife, and they build you a shopping mall. That was one of the lines in that movie. So when you said MacGyver, that's where my mind went.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
funny.
Yeah. So man.
Anyway,
But so you just watched MacGyver before Monday Night Football?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
And it's funny. Now, remember when the TV Guide was an actual like publication you got in the mail?
You mean it was actually like a paperback book?
A paper.
Yeah, of course I do. It would come like in the mail.
In the mail.
And then so ridiculous.
And then if you want, that's how you figured out what was on TV for the whole week.
100%.
And then
you just like dog ear and like highlight stuff.
No doubt.
You're like, I don't want to miss like whatever.
Right. And then And then if you want to go to see like the movies, if you didn't call the theater directly, you would look in the newspaper.
The newspaper.
Yeah.
Wow, how things
From
have
Showtime.
changed. How things have changed. Remember the movie phone?
Oh,
Welcome to movie phone.
Hello and welcome to Movie Phone. I had a friend. I still have a friend. Shout out Chris Rudolph. And he used to work front desk he was like the front desk manager at the Maritime Hotel in the city for years. And at like, later on in the evening, people would come back and they'd have like a few things to drink or whatever. It was like a younger, funner crowd. And he had to see some guest came up to him. He's like, hey, me and my wife or whatever, we want to go to the movies.
Right.
And he's like, can you get me some showtimes? Like, my buddy's like, sure.
Was that a long time ago?
Oh yeah, I mean, this must be like at least 10 years ago.
Okay,
and so, but it was well after movie phone anyway. So he would look at his computer and he'd get up the show times, and then he'd look at the person and be like, "Do you want me to do it in the voice?" And the guy would be like,
"Oh, that's awesome."
He'd be like, "What?" And my friend,
he would do the movie phone
Chris
voice.
Would be like, "Do you want me to do it in the voice?" And the guy was like, "What?" He goes, "Hello and welcome to Movie Phone, brought to you by Z100."
That's
AOL.
very funny. He could do it. He could do the movie phone voice. He could do it well.
Well, I mean, it was just more like
Just thinking,
get a kick out of someone.
Oh, that's funny. That's actually very funny.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you used to call that though?
Absolutely.
I mean, that was like how you found like times.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know what's interesting? For some reason,
If you didn't drive by and see the marquee, that's how you found it.
I feel like I have more memories of like looking at the newspaper than I do, because like the newspaper still published it even when Movie Phone was out.
Yes.
So it's not like
it did.
It's not like all
That's
of a sudden
true.
the newspapers stopped using it. I mean, I use Movie Phone, but I don't remember.
Let me ask you a question: does the newspaper still publish movie times?
I have no idea.
I haven't looked at the newspaper in a long time.
Yeah. No, I have no idea. Zero idea.
I have to tell you, I have older clients who are like, in their 80s that are so bent out of shape that the newspaper is not a thing anymore. Or it is. It's just online, or a lot of publications are stopping sending it. Right. The major ones are still there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of local papers that don't exist anymore.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
No, I lost my train of thought.
There's a couple in New Jersey that don't exist anymore.
There was also a big deal when like the Times went from all black and white to color.
When was that?
I think we were in high school.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's interesting.
That was a big deal.
A lot has changed since we were in high school.
A lot of those newspaper purists only want it in black and white.
They do, by the way. It's true.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff's changed. It's listen. That's what happens.
No, listen. Here. Look, what's black and white and red all over?
I was gonna say a newspaper.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an old
Yeah,
show.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's a good one.
All right.
An oldie but a goodie.
Okay, so just to finish up with our
Eric,
sponsors,
API.
Okay, yes. Also, the time, just like hockeytraining.com and your off-ice training, off-season training, now is also the time for coaches and managers to start looking out for video analytics for their team next year. So if any of you are looking for that, to onboard that with your team, or looking for a different program, check out Athletic Performance Insight. If you go to their website, athleticperformanceinsight.com, click on the contact form, reach out to Eric. He would be more than happy to give you a demo of the platform, as well as break down the game for free, so you guys can take a look at what you get on the other end. And what you're going to find is, team analytics, individual stats, team stats, video footage broken down and categorized by all different types of in-game situations, such as power play, penalty kill, zone exit, zone entries, you name it, they got it. You can hold up to 3 different camera angles, which is great. Awesome. You can have the center ice and a goalie cam from each end. So anyway, check out athleticperformanceinsight.com.
$100 value.
Yep. Mention Crazy Hockey Dads, 10%
So
off.
you have not froze yet.
No, that's because I'm using the right cable.
Nice.
Yeah. It only took 2 times of
2 episodes
getting burned.
Hey, listen, it happens.
But having a plethora of white cables around.
Hefe, do you know what it means to have a plethora?
So funny.
And the prune of the hedges. It's my favorite line all time.
Yeah, well, you do it well.
Of many smaller villages.
Maybe you do it terribly. I just think it's
full of
funny.
lead, you'll be using your dick for a pencil. What does that mean? I don't know. There's so many good ones. Like when Steve Martin's chained to the wall,
yeah,
and he's moving forward, he's like, gonna make it, and the weights are going up as he's like stepping toward it, and then he goes flying back. No, I'm sorry. Before that, when they chain him to the wall, and he's like this, like arms and legs shackled to the wall, he's like, so I'll just wait here then. Dude, why wasn't Steve Martin on that list, by the way?
That's fair. He's in a lot of...
The jerk?
Oh, very funny.
I mean, like... so good. I mean, so good. There's so many good ones, but I feel like there's not that many guys today that. I feel like there were a lot of them back then.
There's less
right
like high end is maybe the wrong way of putting it, but like
yeah, I see what you're saying, though.
Notable comedic actors.
Right, like that was Martin Short, Chevy Chase, and Steve Martin in the same movie.
Right.
Like and then I guess the Ghostbusters you had like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, right? The other two were nice. One was what's his name was the director of everything. Like Caddyshack and stuff. But like not like
there was also John Candy.
John Candy was funny, right? Like I feel like you don't have like Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey. Like I feel like who's the guy today?
Maybe just like the consumption of like maybe comedy is just consumed differently and not like from.
Maybe.
I mean, you have so many of these like streaming services that have all of their like comedy specials, like
their own like
HBO
original
would
stuff.
do it like every now. I don't know. Anyway,
it's strange though. Like all the guys that we just rattled off, like I feel like they don't have like you said, a plethora of guys like that these days.
It's definitely not a deep bench.
No, there's not. It's unfortunate. But
anyhow,
so the hockey season is over. Oh well, NHL is basically over for us because the Devils are out. Yeah. But playoffs are starting tonight. Actually,
let's go.
Have you seen the Utah? Speaking of playoff teams, the Utah Mammoths.
Zamboni.
Yes. Tell me it's not fucking awesome.
It's very awesome,
dude.
I thought like, wow,
so cool.
How is it not going to run it? Like break its
snout? It's
tusks.
Trunk. Tusks. Well, the trunk is not bad. The tusks are what's out.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the tusks are like, I'm looking at a picture of it. The tusks are out there.
But it's pretty legit.
Dude, how cool is that?
Very
Why aren't the Panthers like that? Why? I mean, the Lightning is kind of tough. I guess you could drive a cloud around with like lightning. I guess certain teams will be able to do it.
Or you could just make it like light up like lightning.
There you go. Boom.
You go.
In my opinion, I think all the NHL teams need to go to a Zamboni like that.
You know what?
Talk about fan interactive.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's funny. I'm sure more will do it because look,
I would think so.
I'm sure all the teams do it, but there's different fan experiences that you can pay for. One of them is like you can pay to ride the Zamboni.
You can.
Yeah.
And that's a Zamboni I want to ride. I don't want to ride a boring Zamboni. I want to ride that one.
No way.
I mean, I'm looking, dude. It's. How long have you known about it?
I saw it. I don't know.
Recently.
This past week.
Same thing. So
like,
you saw it
within the last like 7 to 10 days. I saw it for the first time.
So cool looking.
I know, very cool.
Yeah, like I said, all NHL teams I hope are going to move in that direction.
So playoffs.
Yeah.
What do you?
Should we do first round?
We can.
We were so bad at that last year. For you guys that were around with us last year, we were so bad at it.
All right, let's do it quickly.
We'll do it quickly. Can you pull up on your thing?
Okay.
Just because.
Hey, Jamie, pull it up.
No, that's not because my computer's gonna die.
Okay, well that's
a legit reason.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do the first round. How's that sound?
Okay, ready?
All right.
There, hold on. Oh, hello.
Oh, that's us.
Hey everybody.
There we go. Okay.
Here we go. All right, here we go. I agree to that.
And we definitely. Oh yeah. Here we go.
Okay. Let's close that. Thank you, pop-up ads.
All right. So, So here are our first round picks.
Yes.
That's starting tonight. So it's perfect. So you want to start east or where do you want to start?
Let's start east.
Start east. Okay. The surprising Buffalo Sabres.
Yes.
Shocking, but impressive.
Yes.
Are playing the Boston Bruins. Where are you at?
Boston.
Are you really?
Yep. I'm going to go Boston.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I don't know. I've been saying that it's not going to happen all year, so I can't say it anymore.
Okay,
I have to.
I'm going Boston.
Okay, Lightning and the Canadians.
This one pains me a lot.
I know what you're. I know.
It pains me a lot.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna go with my heart on this one. Montreal.
Same. I want to see Montreal win.
I just.
Such a good young talent.
That's my head says something else, but I'm sticking with my heart.
Your head says Lightning, doesn't it?
Of course.
I know. I get it, man. Because the goaltending
and
yeah, I get it.
Like,
but I'm with you. I want the Montreal Canadiens to win. So good. Dude, Cole Caulfield's on an absolute tear.
So is Suzuki, dude.
Good point. Very good point. They are on a tear right now.
They're good.
They're very good.
I think the goaltending piece is going to be
a problem. Yeah.
Could be the differentiator.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Good. Brady Tkachuk against the wagon normally. of the East. You know,
So listen, I'm sticking with the
Panthers.
year of surprises. I'm going with Ottawa on this one.
So I did that last year.
Yeah.
And I was wrong. I wanted Brady. I want Brady and Ottawa to win, but I'm going to go with the Carolina. Because
Carolina?
I should have gone with Carolina last year. I didn't. I went with what I wanted, which was Ottawa, and I was wrong. So I'm going to go with Carolina.
Okay. Pittsburgh, Philly.
I mean, I like Sidney Crosby, so I have to go with Pittsburgh.
That's like you can't question.
I mean, the guy's fucking rock
So I'm
star.
with Pittsburgh also.
You are
100%.
Plus, I can't root for Philly.
No.
I can't do that.
No, the only
I
time
just can't do it.
I do have an Eric Lindros jersey.
But normally I would say I can't root for Boston either, which is why I didn't. Which is why I went with Buffalo instead.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. Although I love the city of Boston. Although I love the city of Philly too. I'm not so sure I love their sports teams, but I like the cities themselves.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. All right, fire away.
Avalanche Kings. Avalanche.
Yeah,
Like not
100%.
even.
Yeah,
Not
I don't
even.
think it's gonna be a series.
This one.
Yeah.
This one, my friend. Dallas, Minnesota.
This may be your best series on here. I mean, this is going to be like,
mouth-watering.
I feel like it's going to be like 7 games.
Yeah.
Is it if first round is 5 games?
No.
7?
They're all 7 games.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go with Minnesota.
I'm going to go with Dallas.
It's going to be a series, man. I'm actually very curious.
So
to see who's
yeah,
coming out of
my
it.
heart, I
wanna
would
watch
rather see Minnesota go through,
Right, but you think Dallas is going
but I
to.
think Dallas is
Okay,
going to.
fair.
Okay.
Who we were just talking about, the best Zamboni in the league, the Mammoth against the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, that Zamboni is going to only get a few laps and then it's retired.
I think you're
with
right
the
about
season.
that. So you think the Oilers are coming?
Definitely.
I do too.
100%.
All right. This is going to be a fun series too, by the way.
Yeah.
Because again, you have a very young Ducks team
Yeah.
going up against a very good Vegas team. Where you at?
Vegas.
So I picked Vegas last year and I got smoked. I want to pick Vegas, but
You're going Ducks?
I think so. I think so.
Flying V.
I was a big Timo Solani fan when I was younger, so I think I'm gonna have to go with the Ducks.
Flying V.
Yeah. Paul Correa, Timo Solani, exactly the Flying V, and the movie's great.
Yeah, Goldberg.
It's hard to go wrong.
Goldberg fell in some rough times, that kid.
Did he?
I think he's one of those like child actors that's now like strung out. And
Is that right?
I think so.
Does anybody on the Anaheim Ducks have a knuckle puck like Fulton Reed had from
No,
the Blue
only
Line?
Fulton Reed has
Only
a knuckle puck.
Fulton Reed has
Yeah,
a knuckle puck?
yeah.
All
yeah.
right. Well, I'm gonna go with the Ducks.
Okay.
Yeah, the Ducks and the knuckle puck.
So, all right, great.
That's where I'm at.
So are we doing? So you want to keep?
Or should we do round 2 next? Should we do round 2 when it comes?
Yeah, fine. That's fine.
Want to do that?
Yeah, let's just.
So
move
those
on.
are our
First round picks.
our round 1 picks.
Yep.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun to watch.
All right.
That's for sure. You know. So
Wait, but just one last thing on this. I picked Colorado to win the whole thing. Do you remember who you picked to win the whole thing?
I didn't pick anybody on the whole thing yet.
No, we
Oh,
did
last
it early,
year?
No, we did it earlier in this season.
Did we?
I think you also said Colorado.
Yeah, I think Colorado's gonna win.
Is that what? You still feel that?
If I said that, yes, I'm gonna stick with it because I mean, just looking at everybody on here now, I probably said Florida Panthers to be honest with you. Since they're not
Florida, Toronto in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Since they don't exist right now, I probably said the Panthers for a three-peat. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I did.
Oh, really?
Clearly, you see how good my picks are.
Yeah.
I would think, just by looking at everybody, I would think that the Colorado Avalanche would wind up winning the whole thing.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like the Oilers. I know they're good. I don't like the Oilers. I wouldn't mind seeing Minnesota. Do you think Minnesota's going to knock off the Avalanche? Oof, that second round. Between the Avalanche, it would be Avalanche Stars or Avalanche Minnesota. That would be nasty too.
Yeah.
Like that could be frightening.
Dude.
Like that's scary.
Yeah. No, it's going to be
That's
awesome.
a scary second round, playoff matchup. I think the Oilers are going to kind of stream through to
The finals, the conference finals?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Just by looking at this.
Sure.
I would love a Avalanche. I think what you're going to get, maybe I'm wrong, but I think you're going to get an Avalanche.
Edmonton?
No, I think you're going to get an Avalanche Carolina
Final?
final.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my feeling.
Okay.
Unless Sydney's got something to say about that, which I hope he does because I like Crosby.
We're going to find out.
It's going to be fun, man.
All right, dude. So who's up next?
Our
RJ
interview?
Burns.
We have RJ Burns from TopLine.
Yeah, and who's TopLine?
So TopLine is a local skills company it was started in the New Jersey area. They have a rink across the border in New York that they work out of. They work out of the city. They work out of everywhere.
Multiple rinks.
Yeah, they're all over the place now. But they have a gym and a rink up in Newburgh. That's where Dominic skates with RJ with our interview today. And but RJ's all over the place. He's in Jersey, he's in New York. They're all over the place. Justin, Boo, they're all of them.
Yeah.
Connor, they're all over the place. They're great. They all played. A lot of them were drafted into the NHL.
Yeah.
Right. All of them played D1 hockey.
Yeah.
So they're a bunch of skills guys that put a business together, and they're the real deal.
Yeah. They're training super elite.
Really good training.
Players in the area. They got great coaching,
Yeah.
and couldn't speak more highly of them. And
they're great.
It was great talking to RJ.
RJ's fun.
Great to get to know him a little more, especially from like his like coaching philosophy side of things, which just really, he cares a lot about the kids. And, that's something like the relationship building piece, is, it just after when we were speaking with him, it just seemed to be like, consistency with the same person who cares, that's going to see your kid, over time, what a great tool for a kid if they're, if they have someone like that on their side. Yeah.
No, they're great. RJ was great. It's good that, they can speak to what it takes to play like, serious D1 hockey. RJ was West Point, Justin and Boo were Michigan. I forgot where Connor played. But the rest of the guys, and even the rest of the guys on their staff, they all played like heavy duty, like D1 hockey.
Totally.
So they can, if they're training a kid, they can, they know what it takes to get there, if that's what you're looking to do. Yeah. So they were great. I don't know where Connor played. Where did he play? You looking it up?
Maine.
Oh, Maine. There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Pat Shea.
Yeah.
Nice.
When did they play together?
I think Connor is older than him. Am I wrong?
I don't know, maybe.
I think Pat's 27. Yeah, there's like a 6-year difference.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah. So we have RJ on. I thought RJ was great. Listen, I'm a little biased, because Dominic's been working with him for years. But am I right? They play together or they miss each other? Pat Shea and Connor. They miss each other, right?
16, 17 was
16, 17 was Pat Shea's first year in Maine. Those of you who, if you don't know who Pat Shea is, go back and listen a couple episodes ago. Pat Shea played. They miss each other by 2 years. Yeah. Pat Shea is a now creator of comedy and an actor, but he played at the University of Maine. Was drafted by the Florida Panthers. He was a couple episodes ago. He created the Full Ride on YouTube. If you have not seen the Full Ride on YouTube, I highly recommend you go watch it because it's very funny. And he takes a lot of things that happened to him when he was in his playing days and kind of like spoofs on them.
We should post a clip.
We should post a clip. His stuff is of Full Ride.
Yeah.
We should actually. We should post a trailer.
Yeah,
that'd be a good idea. But yeah, so TopLine's great. The training's great. The off ice, the on ice. Like I said, I'm a little biased because Dom's been with RJ for a long time, and Dom's worked with Boo and Justin. So we're a little biased being in New Jersey. But if you're in New Jersey, look up TopLine. They have some awesome skates.
New York, too.
That's true. Or New York, too.
Downstate New York State.
Yeah, you're right. They're
New York City.
Yeah, so they're all over our area. So for those of you who are in our area, I'm sure all of you know TopLine. So we have RJ Burns from TopLine.
All right, let's kick it over.
There we go.
All right.
All right, you boys ready?
Go for it,
Yeah,
dude.
all right. So RJ Burns, part owner of TopLine Hockey, and TopLine Hockey is basically just one-stop shop for hockey. We do off ice, we do on ice, camps, clinics, and our main goal is kind of just like really emphasize coaching, right? There's a ton of skills coaches out there, and from most of the time it's just like, hey, go around this cone and get your reps in, and that's a skill session. But growing up around here and playing with some really good players and then having the opportunity to have some good coaches, kids are curious. So I think where we kind of step in is more of ask them questions, kind of riff off of what they know. Kids are pretty smart. So they know what they want to do. They watch the game. We're trying more to, get them thinking. Hockey's not just go around a cone. It's that cone's going to be moving. So how do we play the game when that cone is moving? And how do we think through that? Because we don't actually know what's going to happen. So we have to be able to read and react on top of like a foundation that we build kind of in our practice.
Right.
But I mean, that's basically what we do. And I couldn't ask for a better job, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hockey
you guys
for a
have,
living.
I know, and you guys have. I mean, it's been years now, like that. I get, but just like, it just seems like you guys have just exploded. I mean, just like with different locations and the camps and everything. Just congrats on all the success, man.
Yeah, no, much appreciated. I mean, it's easy when we have a good team. Like we have a good set of like core guys and core coaches, and everyone kind of pulls their rate, their weight, like that old saying, like everybody rope, everybody rides, So
Yeah.
it's like sometimes, you get a little like mid-season like bag in, and like all of a sudden you're like, oh, this guy's still pushing, and it kind of pushes you. And at the end of the day, it's for the kids. Like we all wanted to be like the coach that we didn't have, or like, like some of the sessions are like hockey's so serious, and it's like, dude, like we're practicing, we're trying to have fun. Like I don't need you like squeezing your stick as hard as you can the whole entire time, and then like we get nothing out of this, and you think I'm yelling at you, like stuff like that. So
Sounds like
it's
you're
been a
talking about
crazy
my
journey
kid,
and a
RJ.
lot more to go,
Yeah. Sounds like you're talking about Dominic.
No, nothing here is directed at Dominic.
No, it just sounds like him to a T.
No, but I mean he's a great example of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, like he is a kid that kind of like starts to squeeze his stick a little too tight and take things a little too serious. And like, dude, you're freaking 13. Like it's okay. Like you're gonna make mistakes, and that's gonna translate not to just hockey, but to like later on in life. And hockey's gonna end at one day, and you gotta like, yeah, you want to build a good athlete, but you also want to build like a good person that can like think and like make decisions.
I couldn't agree with you more.
So what you said, I just thought was so interesting. Like you all wanted to be the coach you never had, and it just got me, like, and I want thinking and want to talk to you about like, when you were growing up, and that's, we usually touch upon that with all of our guests, just like, what was your hockey journey, and like at home on the ice for you personally, like, did you have like coaches that you loved, coaches, like, and what were they like versus coaches that you didn't like, and what was that all about?
Yeah. So, I mean, I had I guess a pretty standard journey. Like I was able to play on some pretty some pretty good teams. And, I was on the Saints for a couple years with my partner, Justin Selman. Then, that team during squirts, like we won a championship, and then it was like, all right, where's everyone going? And like all of a sudden I'm ending up in Long Island playing for the Royals, which is like, that's like
Wow.
an hour and a half, 2 hour journey, like 3 days a week. And, that takes a big toll on a kid and on parents too. So like,
Yeah.
my dad started fighting a little more. And then after that, I ended on the Avalanche for a couple years, and then the Hitmen. So I kind of jumped around, and like, like God rest my dad's soul, but like he was doing everything like what he thought was right for me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I look at it, and like my first advice to people is like, is jumping ship the right thing to do? Like, cause you don't want to just put it in a kid's head, like, oh, things are going wrong or they're not going the way we do. Let's just get the hell out of here, rather than like, hey, maybe we stay here another year and like fight through some adversity. Like even when I was little, I was like, dude, should we really be going all over the place? But I get what he was doing now. But very good learning experience looking back at it.
He was trying to help, but you're right. It's funny.
Yeah.
We talk about that all the time, RJ. Like, what's the smart thing to do? Is the smart thing to kind of like stay and persevere and kind of pound through any uncomfortableness or any discomfort, or leave for like greener, or what people think are greener pastures, right?
Yeah. There's no crystal ball, so like, and hindsight's always 20/20, like, so there's no right or wrong answer. But I think it might have been you guys, or I heard it somewhere else, but like you got like, people need to ask the coaches more questions. Like, how's my kid going to develop? Like, what happens if he's playing bad? Are you just going to bench him and not talk to him for the rest of the season? Like, and then he's just going to be like, what the hell's going on the whole time? Like I said before, these kids are smarter than we think they are. We don't give them enough credit sometimes. Like they see everything, they notice what's going on, like, but they're not mature enough to be like, hey, I have to go talk to the coach. And like, that's also very, very scary to do. Like, I've had to do that a couple times, and you don't want to do it. Like,
That's true.
No, I mean that's what I would that's what I would tell my son. Like even when I was coaching him, and like as his dad, like he's only going to listen to me so much. But I would say, hey, go talk to the other coaches, ask them what you can do differently to become a better player.
Yeah.
Like and he's also been the recipient of like a coach where like for whatever reason like he would get the short end of the stick, and we were making a big commute down to Woodbridge from here after we left the Avs, and it was like it was 3 days a week. It was always a double session. It was either like dry land or like video review after practice 3 days a week. And my son, the coach had his favorites, and he would, and it was just like not a great situation. I would say, listen, I know you're not happy. I mean, quite frankly, I'm not happy either. I didn't tell that to him. I'm like, but listen, go ask the coach what you can do to earn his trust. Go ask the coach, what can I do differently to get more ice time? And it's not easy for the kids, but I think more parents should try to encourage their kids to do that, because it, like you said earlier, as a skills coach and at TopLine, you want to build good people. I mean, those are life skills that are going to serve them well for a long time.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, people like, and even like, sometimes I relate it to parents like, dude, like you don't want to go have a hard conversation with your boss, or like you don't like when your boss is micromanaging you. Like you kind of got to hold back on the kid, but like hold him accountable, but like let him be his own person, let him be his own man, and like kind of like you learn your lessons from there. And like as you get older in hockey, like that pool gets way like smaller each year, and you're playing against the same kids. You're seeing the same coaches, but like a simple question like, "Hey coach, this summer, what can I do to get a little better?" Or, "Hey coach, I thought I did really well at practice. Why am I not playing here?" Or like, "What do you see?" Cuz I mean, the coaches have the same thoughts too. Like I don't think a lot of them want to have those hard conversations either. So it's kind of just easier to be like, "Oh, I'm just going to sit him and not really talk to him." But that's never works out well either. So it's the double-edged sword,
Right.
But you get coaches that get reputations, and I think we've talked about it also. But oh, that coach, great coach, but not good for young kids, or like a coach that's coaching older kids, and like just not coaching the personality is not good for the age. The age. And I think James, didn't you have a situation just like the way one of the coaches would like talk to the kids at young ages?
We did when we were doing like some brick series stuff. Yeah, it was he was a good coach, but he probably was meant for older kids. He just got stuck with 12s at the time, and at the time they were like 10. So they were 2012, so they were 10, or maybe 9. It was young, and you could tell he was a coach for older kids. Just had I don't want to say had a tough time relating to the younger kids, but it just had the demeanor, and his demeanor was better, RJ, for the older kids. Like, the older kids would relate more to what he was saying.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I get that. I see that all the time, which is what we do in top line, but and just skills coaches in general. Like in my opinion, like I think all coaches, like unless you're like whatever college or NHL like guy, like
Right.
start at a younger age, and like because it's harder. You
Yeah,
actually
it
have
is.
to coach. You have to coach. You have to teach. You have to watch what you say. And in my opinion, it makes you a better coach like down the road when you get to like the experience of coaching older kids and kids that like because I don't know. It's tough. Like, right. I don't necessarily want to coach like the kid that can't skate or can't like tie his skates, or even like he's missing an elbow pad before he gets on the ice. But then I learn patience. Then I learn what he needs or from me to help him. And then, but if I train a kid that's going into the USHL next year, like it's a totally different session, like we're kind of just like shoot the shit. Can I curse on this? Sorry.
Yeah, you can. 100%. Yeah. We're explicit. Yeah. Yeah,
We're
you definitely
shooting
can.
the shit, and like, like I'm just correcting like a little bit of this, but there's also guys like that can almost teach me what to do at that age, like, so I think
Yeah.
like some of these guys need to kind of like, and I've had the same issue. Like it's kind of an ego thing with some of the coaches, like you just got to drop it. Like, it's not about you. It's not about how many wins you have at freaking U10 quadruple A, right? Like, because half that team is not even going to play college hockey, like, and probably more. So, like, what are we trying to do? Like, are we just trying to win games so you can go to the bar and be like, hey bud, I just won the AAA championship? Like, nobody
when I
cares.
was, yeah.
And that's not even
See,
what those kids remember, right? They don't remember that. They remember the times in the
100%.
locker room, the times in the hotel, like the trips with the parents, like
hanging out with their buddies in hotels,
Yeah.
bouncing around, going to restaurants in like Pennsylvania or Chicago or wherever they are for a tournament.
yeah,
You know?
100. Yeah, I think that gets kind of put by the wayside sometimes just for I play AAA and I need to go to Quebec and I need to do this. Like, yeah, it's great and all, but is that your path? Is that the best path financially for your family? Like, I think hockey can be like the best game and the best thing for families in the world, or on the other end of the spectrum,
The
it could be the
worst.
and like you could like you could see kids when they come out and it's like, dude, like, are you just being forced to be here? Like, I get that, but like, let's work. Like, we're gonna be here, we'll have some fun, but work in between that too. Like, learn to play the game and learn to love the game. It's not just like go, 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 go all the time.
It's hard, man. It's hard. And some of the parents, put a ton of pressure on their kids. I'm sure you see it all the time. You
Yeah.
know, it's a real thing, RJ. It's, you see, like, I don't need to tell you, you see it. You see it all the time. You have parents from the top to the bottom of the spectrum, right? You're right. You could tell the kid that's not happy, the kid that doesn't want to be there. I mean, it's
Yeah, but
blatantly
it's sad
obvious.
because the game is awesome. Like, there's so many lessons to be learned. There's so much fun to be had, but then it's Jesus, this stinks, dude. Like, I don't want to be here. And then you start to make mistakes out there, and then it becomes even worse.
It just spirals downhill,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So now you've been a skills coach for a while now, but now you're actually also on the bench too, aren't you? Are you
So
coaching?
a little bit, like for that, I run the practices mainly. I'll hop on games here and there.
Okay.
Totally different animal.
I was just going to ask you what you think of it.
One, just stopping playing, I never knew how much I would actually love coaching. Like,
Really?
and yeah, like honestly, like I love coaching more than I like ever loved playing. Like, it's totally
Wow.
different. It like brings me the energy every day that like I
No
had when
shit.
I was little and hockey was awesome. Cause like for me, hockey became a job way too quickly. Like, oh, this is what I have to do, not what I get to do. And like I was fortunate enough to like work through that and be able to play Division 1 hockey for a little bit and D3 hockey and minor pro in Sweden and stuff, but it was always kind of just like a little bit forced. Like the coaching, once like stopped, I stopped playing and then I like my bag was collecting dust in a freaking closet for 2 years. Like I was like, dude,
Was
this is
it?
it.
Right.
Yeah. And then, fortunate enough to just get back with Justin and Connor and Boo and start that up and just realize like, Jesus, dude, this is like what I want to do. And like, kind of feel like that purpose, like, and not just identify myself as I'm a hockey player at 26 years old or however old I was, which I
So
think is
you,
another thing. Like these kids just are like, I'm a hockey player, which is great, but like your whole life can't revolve around that. Because when you get into the real world, you're like, dude, these guys aren't hockey players. I don't even know what to talk to them about. Like,
And let me ask you a question, but do you see that a lot? Because I know certainly TopLine's got a fantastic reputation, and I apologize if you guys already touched upon something like this. But
fire away.
I know you guys are involved with a lot of like elite high end players, and that's amazing. But do you come across like parents and families where you can tell like this is the kid, like this is their whole life? Like is that become like obvious, and like is that ever do kids ever talk to you about that part of their hockey journey?
I think for the most part, you can kind of see it in a body language when they're walking in the rink or just getting on the ice, like, or just like even just saying hello. Like some kids like head is down, their body language is bad. I'm like, oh man, like he's either having a tough day or like he just doesn't want to be here. One of the two. Um, but I mean,
Tough.
it's also weird today because like some of these kids are at hockey academies, so it's like there's just hockey all the time. And then like we see them on Friday or whenever we skate with them and they're at each other's throats and like it's hard to tell it sometimes, but you can see it more in the parent where if the parent's around and the kid's demeanor kind of changes at the session. where it's like, oh, dude, he's just on the glass the whole time, like doing one of these. Like, what is
Yeah.
that? Like, what does that mean? Move your feet, like, sweet.
Right.
Like, why are you paying us if you're gonna do this? Like, I mean, but like I said, like if I start to see that or I feel that, I'll either tell the parents, like, dude, like he might need some time off. Like time away from the rink is not a bad thing. Like the season just ended. Give him a 3, 4, 2 months off. Like let him play another sport. It's probably better for him, honestly. Then you'll see if he really wants to play or not, because he's either going to come back to you in a couple weeks and be like, hey, I want to get on the ice, or you're never going to talk about it again. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's like, it is hard to tell, but there are some people where I'm like, dude, like he needs some time, and like you guys need some time too. Like,
Right. The parents.
As parents. Yeah.
but that's
You know,
another aspect of it that just like, oh, you're not coming to the summer showcase all 9 weeks of summer. Like, what else are you going to be doing? Like, I don't know, like saving money and like living a life. Like,
Right.
At the other end, if the kid wants to do that and he's having fun, then like all for it, you know, but especially if you can handle it financially.
Yeah, it's funny. That's what Jim Dowd said last night, actually. He's like, listen, he's like, there's no right or wrong answer. He's like, if the kid loves it and wants to be out there constantly, he's like, and you can afford it, he's like, have at it.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
in that way, it's not training anymore. Like the kid's just out there having fun and playing hockey.
Because he loves
Right.
it. Yeah.
I think there's like Wayne Gretzky who's like, dude, I was just on the ice all the time because I liked it, like being there. Like I wasn't like necessarily training per se, but that's almost how you get better.
Right. You know, it's funny, RJ. It's funny you said about the parents being on the glass during like practice or like a skill session. Like Scott and I have talked about this a bunch of times. I have not watched one of Dominic's practices in probably now like 3.5 years. I don't go in there. I kind of giggle at the parents that do go in there, you know, because I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, leave the fucking kid alone. Like, why do you need to watch him practice? Like, I get it. It's cool, but like, leave the fucking kid alone. I mean, Bryce Salvador said something years ago to me, and it always stuck. And he said that his '09 team that he was coaching years ago, that his son was on, he's like, I saw the most development from my team during COVID because the parents could not come into the rink, right? During practice, they had to stay in the cars. He's like, I saw the most development when the parents were not in the building. Same thing.
I mean, I think that makes perfect sense, honestly. Like the same thing I said before, like what if your boss was over your shoulder all day during work, like watching what you're doing on the computer screen? Would you be productive, or you would be like, dude, like get the hell out of here?
Yeah, like give me some space.
Yeah, like I know what I'm doing. Like let me figure it out. Like I think that like today they just need more freedom. Like, because I mean, I don't have kids, so I don't know if like these kids are going outside and playing like street hockey like we used to do, but like they need to have freedom to like just no pressure, have fun. And like in terms of the skills thing, I think people go a little crazy on the skills coaching and the skills sessions, like because everything's structured. Hockey's not necessarily like, yeah, there's systems and there's positions, but it's not necessarily a whole structured game. You have to be able to read and react. You have to be able to think. And if you have like all that pressure on you during practice, just from your dad watching you or your mom watching you, and then being like, then you're just worried about what's going to happen in the car later. You know, like, you can't even
you're like a
focus on
robot.
what you're supposed to focus on.
Yep.
So as far as like, you know, the overdoing it part, like broadly speaking, and obviously this is the business that you're in, but like, you know, maybe if you could like chop it up a little bit by like age group and like kind of like where you might see a sweet spot. And again, every kid's different. We get that, right? But like, you know, if you're looking at kids that are like, I don't know, might squirt like Pee Wee Bantam and then above, like in terms of like skill sessions on like a weekly basis, like where do you see maybe like the most development, or like what do you seem to works well for the kids?
Well, I think it depends on the kid too.
Of course.
You know, like how mature they are at certain ages as well. And if they want to do it or not want to do it.
Right.
That definitely helps if you want to be there and you want to listen to me or not, whatever. But like, you know, there's definitely times where you're out there and it's like, hey man, like just like move your hand down a little bit this way or try this. And it's just like a roll of the eyes. And it's like, all right, dude, like never mind, I guess.
Right.
But I mean, during the season, I think these kids are on the ice a lot. you know, whether it's practice or games. Like some of these kids are playing like NHL schedules, like, which is
Yeah.
kind of nuts, but it is what it is.
Playing like 70 games.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then they wonder why their like hips are shot at freaking 16.
Just going to say that. You wonder why you're having hip flexor issues.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think, again, there's no like sweet spot to it. If the kid wants to do it and he's having fun and he's getting better, like, and you find good coaches, like, I would stick with that. Like, but it doesn't have to be every day. I think once a week, twice a week, once every 2 weeks at that age is fine if that coach is doing the right things. Like at that age, like my goal is like, yeah, we're giving them a lot of information, but I'm also asking questions and making sure like that kid can almost like teach that skill back to me. Because what am I going to do in an hour and then he's just going to forget about it for the rest of the week until he sees me next week? Like that's like if you go to the gym once a week and you're like, why am I not losing weight? Like it's because you're not doing it or you're not like working on the skill enough. So like in terms of that, like it depends on financial situations, depends on the kid's want, and might squirts once a week with a good coach, twice a week, maybe. Like then as the season kind of gets closer, like then start ramping it up and, you know, honing in on the skills. But I think once a week and like going to stick time with your buddies is, or twice a week and stick time with your buddies, but you're working on the skills. Like you're doing it deliberately, but having fun at the same time. That's where you'll see the most development. And then you're also not like you and your kid aren't at each other's necks, like, oh, I gotta go here again. Like they're like, I don't even like it. Like, and then you're spending $1 million a year, you know?
Yeah.
As they get older, like a little more serious, like I think you should be at least on the ice twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And
what age?
Like,
what age do you think that is?
I think as you get into like like bantams, like peewees, bantams, what's bantams?
Midget.
Like bantam, midget, I would say like that's where you should like kind of dial it in. Cause if you're a good hockey player at that age, like, you know, if you're going to continue playing or not for the most part, like getting into that like 15, 16, 17, 18-year group.
Right.
Like that's where, you know, like you should be on a workout plan, not just going to the gym and being like, oh, I'm hitting legs today and not knowing what you're doing. And getting a coach that's deliberate about your skill development that like, hey, we worked on this last week. How do you feel about it? Should we move on? Should we continue to develop it? Like, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Like, I think a lot of what falls through the cracks is just getting like asking questions. Like, yeah, I'm here to coach you, but I'm also here to see how you feel about it. Like, the way you shoot's going to be a little different than how I shoot, or a little different than how freaking McDavid shoots, or how Ovechkin shoots, you know, like, but we can take that foundation and use it to help you like get better. But you see, like we train some NHL guys and they come home and they'll be like, hey, Burnsy, like, going to take the next 2-3 weeks off and then I'll jump on the ice once a week with you. But he's in the gym 2-3 times a week, probably more than that. But and then as the season starts to get closer, then it's 2-3 times, 4 times a week before camp. Because people forget, like, hockey's a hard game. And no matter how old you are, it takes a toll on your body. And you need to recover and you need some time away from the game, like at the end of the year, to kind of just like refresh yourself and like recollect your thoughts and be like, hey, I want to work on this, or this is where I want to get to. So I guess that was just like a short way or a long way of saying no golden answer on that.
Of course. Yeah. No, it makes sense.
There's kids that are hungrier than others and there's kids that are less hungry, and that's okay when you're young. That's okay. But like when you start to develop like what goals you want and where you want to go, I think just developing some sort of plan and sticking to that consistently will do wonders for a lot of kids, especially on the ice. Like I don't think a lot of people treat it like I'm starting to look at it more like the gym sessions. Like, you know, like if I go to the gym, I have a plan. I know what I want to work on. I know what my sets are. I know what my reps are. I know generally what my weight's going to be. But like, and I used to do this too. Like kids hop out on the ice and it's just like, okay, what am I doing today? Like, yeah, that's okay if you're just like at stick and puck and we're just effing around a little bit. But if you want to like deliberately get better, I think you need to kind of like focus a little more like and look at it as like a gym session. Like, okay, I'm going to do skating for 15 minutes. I'm going to work on my inside edges, my outside edges, and like my quick starts. The next 15 to 20 minutes, I'll start handling the puck a little bit, doing the same exact drill. The next 15 minutes, I'll start shooting the puck. Like more progression rather than just being like, here's a cone, let me freaking toe drag this cone and then spin-a-rama 360 and miss the net by 7 feet. Like, you know,
I've never seen that before. Just
yeah,
so we're
right.
clear.
And it's awesome. I love the creativity, but like that's like 10% of hockey. Like,
Right.
like if you watch an NHL game, it's moving the puck, it's catching pucks, it's catching bad passes, it's playing defense, it's back checking, like, you know, it's getting gritty in the corners, going to the net, and like I feel like kids just kind of watch the highlight reels on Instagram and they're like, dude, this is the game, that's how I want to play. But
Yep, exactly.
as you get older, there's like a line of goal scorers, right?
Yep.
And then everyone else has another role to play and fill. And if you want to be on the ice, you got to fill that role. So you got to be able to think. You got to be able to play the game.
Yep.
Defense, offense, kill penalties, block shots, hit people, like the other 90% of the game.
Right.
So it's funny. Speaking of that, so when you played at West Point, right? When you left high school, you went to West Point, right?
So I played juniors at the Hitmen and then
Okay.
went to West Point.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So when you were in juniors and when you went to West Point, what was your role? What was, because I'm assuming you were a goal scorer when you were younger, right? As most kids are.
Yeah, I put up some good points when I was younger. As I got older, the points went down, but I was never scratched. I was always in the lineup because, like, at West Point, as a freshman, I played 20 games before I wound up getting a pretty bad concussion, but never sat. Never. I was on pretty much the first line every game, just as a center, because I would do the little things correctly and I would work my ass off. Like, that was the one thing I always kind of prided myself on, was being a really good skater and being to do whatever that team needed me to do. Obviously, I'm not a fighter, but like I'll get in the corners with bigger guys. I'll hit, I'll block shots, I'll kill penalties, I'll sit in front of the net and get my ass beat. Like, and that's kind of how I got in the lineup. And in a way that makes you become kind of like the energy guy, you know, like your team feeds off of that, and like how you are on the bench, how you are on the ice when things aren't going right. Like, I think people overlook how easy it is to be good when things are going good, but how hard it is to be good when things aren't going good. When you're down 2 goals in the third period, like who are you going to look to? Are you going to look to the guy that's like slumped on the bench, or is like, yo, boys, let's go. We got time. We got time. Like, you want to be that guy. And that's kind of who I was. Like, so like even at Geneseo, like I was fortunate enough to get a C on my jersey, and, you know, we won SUNYAC championships, and like never put up a lot of points, but never was scratched, was always in the lineup. And I just felt like, you know, like I was a dependable player and people could count on me, and you knew exactly what you were going to get when I stepped on the ice.
Let me ask you a question, because I think a lot of people, or you hear in, like, either on the TV or other podcasts, whatever, people like former players talking about doing the little things right. You know, what are the little things to you? And just because I'm sure a lot of people are just like, when they hear that, they're just like, I don't even know what they're talking about, or you know what I mean? But like, what are the little things?
So I think biggest thing is just the little thing is like, never let anyone know. Like, when you're playing a game, you don't let someone know if you're having the best time of your, like, not that way, but like if something's bothering you, and like you just don't let it get under your skin. Like, you have another shift, you had like, you know, talk to your teammates about it. Just like play the game the right way, which is like, if you need to finish a hit, finish a hit. If you need to get the puck out of the zone and take a hit and get the puck out of the zone. You know, be F2 getting to the net, right? Everyone wants to be F1 or F3, but F2 it's one of the most important freaking things as you enter the zone, right? Like, because it's going to open up like what the D start to do. But like, that's kind of a hard question because there's so much, right?
Right. No. And
Depends
I
on your
just,
role.
yeah,
It
no,
depends on your role.
Right. No, but I was just kind of like, whatever. Yeah, of course, there's a lot of little things and there's a lot of details. You know what I mean? But just like, just to give a few examples is really what I was just trying to get at.
Yeah, I think people need to kind of, or kids even need to sit down and like journal about it, or like really ask yourself the question of like, what player am I, or what player do I want to be, and then how do I get there? And then from there, you have those little things that you can work on every single practice, every single game, right? And then as you get older, your IQ and your awareness should kind of grow, and then you start to be aware of what role you fill in that game, and you just stick to that. And there'll be times where you have to adapt, and there'll be times where you don't even sniff the ice. But like, who are you when those two things happen is kind of a big
Right.
thing. And
Right.
just kind of keeping like that, like even keel mentality during a game, not being too high when things are good, not being too low when things are bad.
Yeah, because it's a roller coaster. The game is such a even for parents, the game's a roller coaster.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it's. I was telling somebody the other day, like you can't ever get too high when things are going well, and you can't get too low when things are going badly, because there's a because
You
if you
drive
do,
yourself
it'll
crazy.
drive yourself nuts. Yeah. So talk about when you play so you played overseas. I didn't know that. So when you went to West Point and you went to SUNY Geneseo, and then when you finished Geneseo, you went overseas.
Yeah, so I played in
I didn't know
Sweden
that.
Division 2, just minor pro. It's nothing crazy, and it was more for like a chance to get out of the country for free and like make like a
Gotcha.
little bit of money. And when I say a little bit of money, I mean like, oh, we're having pizza this week, boys. Like that. But no, they treated us very well. I only stayed out there for like half a season because I wound up getting like a pretty good tech job down in South Florida. So I was like,
Oh,
dude, like
nice.
I can either like do
Yeah.
this and not make any money at 26 years old, or I can like kind of start my life here. So I
Right.
decided to do that, and then kind of pivoted, and some stuff happened in my life, and was fortunate enough to kind of hook up back with these guys as they started TopLine, and haven't looked back since, which has been awesome. But overseas, I would recommend it to anyone. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time, but go to the right league in the right place.
So if you had to do it over, would you go there or would you do something else?
Yeah, I would do everything that I've done over again for
You
sure.
would. No
'Cause
regrets.
at the end of the day, like that's how I got here, and that's how I
That's
became
true.
who I am. So
That's true. Yeah. No,
What,
that's
what
a
was
good
this?
point.
Just even though it was shorter lived, but like, were there any major differences that like for playing overseas or like at least in
bigger
Sweden
ice rink.
specifically?
Bigger ice rink is
The
so much
surface.
better.
Oh, yeah.
Love that. Yeah.
Got time and
Well,
more time and space.
And then you
Playing on
find
it.
out if you're really in shape or not. Back checking
True.
those rinks is way harder. But it was fun. It is a different game over there, right? The rink is bigger, so you're not like finishing hits as much, because then it's like, oh crap, now I gotta get all
You're
the
out
way
of
back.
position.
Right.
Yeah,
Bones,
you're
and I'm
so
like,
out of position.
zone. Yeah, so you learn how to play within that, but once you kind of keep playing on those rinks, like there's a lot of space, a lot of time. Like you can see why those guys come over here and they're so good. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
cool.
So when you played juniors, did you go away for juniors or were you here for juniors?
So I played at the Hitmen. Then when I went
Right,
to West
so you're
Point,
here.
I got hurt, and I had post concussion syndrome for like
That's always fun. Yeah.
8 months, and I still have symptoms of that too. Like I have to go to a chiropractor every 2 weeks for my neck.
Really?
Like
Jeez.
terrible. But um I went to after West Point and that I went to the USHL for a little bit. So
Good.
I was pretty much an age out at that point in the USHL. So at the
So you were
trade
20,
deadline, we
something
weren't
like that? You were
sorry,
20?
yeah, I was 20, turning 21. So
Right.
I played in Des Moines, and at the trade deadline, they're like, dude, you're the oldest guy here. Like, we're not making the playoffs. Like, you're getting dished. Like, you're out of here. I was
Oh,
like, all right,
God.
fair enough. I round up in the NAHL down in Rio Grande Valley, Texas,
No way.
which was actually Texas is my favorite state by far. Texas was a lot of fun.
I can
But I guess
imagine.
that's kind of my downfall was I like to have a little too much fun at that age.
It's hard. It's not
It
easy.
happens.
Discipline is
It
tough,
it
man.
does.
Yeah. Yeah. Any good like billet stories? You ever like any like we always ask some people about like billet
I
stories.
got a decent one. I haven't really told many people this because it's kind of embarrassing.
Oh
That's
no,
all
let's hear it.
Let's hear
I
it.
can
Yeah.
tell my billet mom at this point. So like, I went to West Point. That was my first time away. So I never and they do your laundry for you. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. So when I went to Des Moines, I had to start like really doing my laundry a lot more. And I'm a guy. So I'm not separating anything, and I'm trying to put everything I freaking own into that machine.
Whites, darks, whole nine
So
yards.
I overfilled it a little bit and put a little too much soap in it. And I went back down, and the whole entire utility room full of suds and water.
Oh, that's
And I was
fantastic.
like, no way, dude. This is how my hockey career is gonna end. Like, it's over for me. But luckily, my billet mom wasn't home, and I was able to kind of like clean it up, put everything down the drain, and like
Oh my
it dried
God.
out before. And I was like, I never told her. Hopefully, she doesn't watch this. But yeah, that was kind of an odd situation, and I learned my lesson from that one.
That's
so
awesome.
funny.
And she never found out, huh?
No, I mean, at least she never told me.
She never
did.
said
Right.
Right.
But then another one is just in Des Moines getting there. It was like literally my first weekend there, and I didn't play the game. I was getting in there and like putting my stuff away, and the guys were coming back from a road trip, and I guess they didn't play well. They were all fully dressed still after like a pretty long bus ride, and the coach made them skate for like 2 hours. So like at their home rink. I was like, what the like I'd
Oh,
never seen
wow.
this. And like I had like Toby Harris and Jim Hunt as coaches who were like pretty tough guys, like
Oh,
great hockey
yeah.
guys. But like they would
Sure.
those their training camps were some of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. Even boot camp was easier than that. Like,
Oh, shit.
like but I was like, what the hell did I get myself into on this one? But luckily I never had to participate in one of those.
They made them ride home in the bus fully
Oh, I'm
dressed.
surprised you guys haven't heard those. Like, there's a good
No.
amount of stories like that during those days in like the USHL and especially like the NAHL.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I didn't know
who is
Jim
it?
Hunt had such a reputation like that. Interesting.
no, they wouldn't do that. They would just skate you the next practice.
Well, didn't that happen?
That's
When we had Micah Ruzioni on, and James, I might be confusing stories, but didn't he tell a story like they had lost and Brooks had them like the team back on the ice and he didn't play in the game, and there's a few guys in the locker room and they were like,
Yes.
"Oh, like should we get dressed to join the boys out on the ice for the skate?" And they were like, "No, you go
They said
back up in the
no.
stands and like
They
watch
watched
them
from the
skate."
stands.
oh my god.
Yeah,
He said it was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, oh my god, I bet.
yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, geez, thank God.
Thank
I'm not
God, right?
That's what they said. That's exactly what they said. They're like, thank God. But they felt bad. They're like, I don't know what to do. That's right, Scott. I forgot about
Unbelievable.
that. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I thought I could imagine just like having to watch your guys. Anyway, wow. So the so then just getting back to like your journey into coaching, and so when you reconnected with Selman and the other guys, had you been in close touch with them over the years, or that was something that like just with like good timing when you guys kind of got reconnected?
So not really. I always stayed in touch with Connor Lean. I went to Don Bosco with him and we played at the Hitman together. He's always been a really good buddy and just a really good person, like just to me in general. And same thing with Justin. Like I grew up with him. Like we would carpool together on the way to tournaments and the Saints
Oh wow.
stuff and then the Avalanche. So like we've seen it all between like him getting yelled at and me being like, thank God I'm not getting yelled at. And me getting yelled at and him probably being like, thank God I'm not getting yelled at.
Yeah.
But it's a crazy ride. What was the question?
No, all good. I was just asking, like
Like how
that
you got linked up with TopLine.
how you like
How-
transitioned back into
So,
like into coaching and
So I was working in Florida, in South Florida, and kind of just like looking out the window, like, oh, the money's good, but God, does this suck? Like, this is awful. Like, this guy next to me is like 40, and he wants to like kill himself, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to be like
Yeah,
that.
you're like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, it's like end of the quarter, and I'm at the office, and I'm just complaining at this point, but at the office at like 12:30, being like, dude, these are just made up rules. Like, why can't this deal just close? Like, this doesn't make any sense. But unfortunately, my dad passed away when I was down there.
Sorry.
And then
Yeah,
coming
sorry to
back
hear
up
that.
here, reconnected with Connor, and he was like, dude, we got this thing going. Like, if you want to jump on, there's a spot open for you. And at that point, it's during COVID, and we're running like sessions out of our first spot in Fairlawn, and like the windows are like blacked out, so no one can see in, and it's been a crazy ride from there. And we've grown so much. We got a bunch of different coaches that have been awesome, and like just never being complacent and kind of just keep going and trying to make better hockey players and better people.
You want to hear a funny story, RJ? So that Fairlawn spot that you're talking about, wasn't it like the Superdome or the what was it called there?
It turned into the Superdome. It was called the
Right.
Anvil.
Oh yes, it was called the
Yeah.
Anvil. You're 100% right. So
I'll never forget that place.
yeah, you guys had like that back area, right?
Yeah.
So something that's funny, I think when you guys were leaving that space, okay, you guys were still, you were out there for a couple of years, however many years you guys were at that space. I think you guys were leaving that space, and Scott calls me, and he's like, dude, he's like, there's somebody on like Craigslist or wherever Scott found it. He's like, and there's two, he's selling 2 black shooter tutors. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, do you want one? Scott, you remember how much we paid for him? Like, whatever, $50, $100?
I don't. It was it was like, I don't know. It was like 2 something and we split it.
For both of them.
Send you guys the invoice for the rest of that.
Dude.
Listen, I could look up the history and find out.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
mean, Justin was selling them, and Scott's like, he's James, he's like, do you want one for Dominic's net? I'm like, yeah, sure, dude. That's what Dominic shoots on every day. Same with Otto.
Yeah, same with Otto.
Still shoot on
Good value right there. Good value.
Right?
100%.
Justin was selling them on Craigslist or whatever Justin was selling them on. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, and that was before like you guys were really even like, I don't think you actually had like ice at that time. It was just the glice, right?
We didn't. We were kind of just winging it at that point, it's like throwing things to the wall and seeing what sticks. But
right,
I mean, that's how you got to start things sometimes, like sometimes it's too much planning.
Yeah. Well, let me ask about that. Oh, sorry, James, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's kind of how we started our podcast, just kind of winging it. I feel like that's what we're still doing.
Totally.
I won't tell anyone.
Right.
I wanted to just ask about the like ice training versus on ice training, and like Otto's done very little of it actually. He was doing it over at well, now you guys have it, but at Performance Den before Crowley left. But like in terms of working on glice versus on ice, like what are there any I don't know, like you're not going to clearly practice skating on it, but like shooting, stick handling, like how do you guys like use that ice most effectively?
So,
or glice, whatever.
People look at glice and they're like, dude, I don't want to do it at all.
Right.
Without even trying it, which I understand. Like that's like, you can't replace the ice. Like everyone knows that, but the technology today and the glice from when we started to now is actually, it's night and day difference. Like we pretty much have full skills sessions on the glice. A bigger space would have been better. And I know there's people making blades that are like for them and stuff. But at the same time, I look at it as the glice and the space we have as a way to fine tune your skills. Like you want to become a better passer or better at catching passes, perfect place for it. You want to become a better shooter, you want to get the puck off quicker, you want to work on this, perfect place for it. All right. And then you add in having like a guy who played a high level of hockey and like knows what he's doing and knows how to teach it. You're going to get like unmatched reps, not have to dress fully. And then, how we do it is right after that, we just hop in the gym. I think it's a great tool. And I think when we say like glice, they think it's like, oh, you can only do the glice sessions and like, that's it. It's replacing your ice sessions. That's not what it's for. Right. It's a practice tool. That's how it should be used. Like I would tell everyone to just try it like once or twice because you can skate on it. Like no problem skating on it. Will it dull your blades a little bit? Yes, but so does the ice, right? Like it's not like a crazy thing, but I think people need to kind of try it a little more before they just kind of like, oh, I'm not even going to give it a go.
Yeah, I'm close-minded like that. Dominic's never been on a glice. I am one of those.
He's never been on a glice?
No, I'm one of those assholes.
Really?
100%. Yeah, I listen. I should.
Listen, I know a guy. I can hook you up with.
I know a couple guys too.
Yeah. I don't have a legit reason why, but like you just said, the guy's like, oh, I don't want to do it. I want real ice. That's me. I'm that schmuck.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fine, right? Like
it
really
is what it is. It's closed-minded. It's closed-minded.
It is what it is. I just think for that, like you're gonna get unmatched touches to the ice. You're not for that small space. You're not chasing pucks around. You're not like you can really dial in on like the little skills of shooting, the little skills of passing, the little skills of catching a puck, or vice versa of like setting a couple things up and starting to talk a little more like hockey IQ with kids. Like, hey, you see that we put this cone there. Why do you think that's there? And like, do I want to just attack that straight? Do I want to get it moving? If I'm coming from this, what's my angle going to look like at the net? Is the goalie going to move with me? Is that guy going to move with me? Like, there's a like we say skills and all that, and I don't think that should just mean like like a crap load of reps, just reps, 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 right? Like if you go to the driving range and you hit 100 balls, but they all suck, you're not going to get better. But if you
Right.
hit 20 balls and it's like, I worked on my
The
form
right
and I worked
way.
on this, and some of them sucked or some were good, but at least you have like something to adjust or something to learn from rather than not thinking about it at all, which I think a lot of coaches and a lot of players just go to like sessions and go to practice and like, I'm just showing up and doing what I'm told. Like, I think it should be a different way of like, I'm showing up and I'm going to learn something, right? There's going to be something I can get better at, whether that's, oh, coach told me to try to slide my stick down or slide my hand down when I'm shooting, or maybe on my turns, my feet are too close together, or I'm not rotating my body as I come around. Like, big thing for me, and I talk to Dom about it all the time, is how did that feel? Like, how did that rep feel compared to the last one? And now
Interesting.
we've done it so much where he's like, oh, I felt like I was on my heels there. Okay, so how do you adjust that? Oh, I didn't turn my upper body. Okay, how do you adjust that? Like stuff like that, especially
You
with the
talk
shooting.
through it. Yeah.
It's really crazy. Like everything is like in hockey is cool because it's like if you really think about it, it's all instant feedback. Like, oh, that puck came off my toe a little too much. All right. It's an easy fix. I slide the puck a little more mid blade, or like my hand wasn't like pushing down and out. Like, okay, next time I squeeze the stick a little harder and I put a little more pressure on it. Like that's what I think it just needs to be more like you're a student of the game. You're not just a hockey player. You need to constantly get learning. And some of like there are players where it's like they think they know everything by 15 and then all of a sudden everyone is passing them and they wonder why.
And you think the Glice is good for that stuff, for that type of like the hockey
I
IQ
think
and the
I think it's really good. It's a more intimate environment, right? Like
right.
for the most part, ice is expensive around here, and you're not going to be like one on one or one on two with just those kids in that environment. There's pucks flying around. You got to watch getting hit in the back of the head. Like there's a freaking Mike kid who's never skated that's like sliding around. It's like I got to watch out for getting slide tackled around here.
Yeah.
But like there, like you're one on one or two on one with the kid, and like
Mhm.
how did that feel? What do you think is different? Do you think that would work in a game? Like, oh, you can't catch a puck? Like, okay, like let's look. I'm starting to video a lot more things and like use that too. Like, okay, let's look at it. And like just that visualization and just slowing things down and not just doing reps for reps for reps for reps and like more quality reps has been like it's changed my coaching mindset a lot. And I think like kids are they're getting better a little quicker, like in just terms of like progressing, right? That's all I'm looking
Because
for.
of the way you're coaching now compared to what you used to?
Yeah, and again, it's a
Interesting.
learning process for me too. I tell these
Sure.
kids all the time, like, listen, I'm not like you're gonna hear different things from different coaches. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying they're wrong, but take both of those and see what feels good for you. Right.
Yeah.
Then like the videos are great because then now it's like, okay, so you did that then and look at that. Does that look athletic? Does that look comfortable? And then we could start to adjust from there. But I think the Glice is really, really good for that. Definitely like, individually.
Yeah.
So you just bringing up the video piece also, and you're saying you're incorporating it more, and
Yeah, that's
that's
cool.
just like so. Is that something that you do often, like with kids, like video review, or is that something you're getting asked to do a lot
So there's two ways. It's like the video review of like review your shifts or review your games, but I've been
Right.
bringing like my iPad out to
to
like
do
my
skill
session.
sessions? Right.
And if it's like private or because it gets to be a lot if there's like 4 or 5 kids and I'm like, hey, I'll do it
Sure.
more like, and then I feel like an idiot.
Right.
But one on one, it's like, okay, let's look at that. No one's really asked me for it. I kind of just been doing it just because I feel like it's more beneficial. I'll ask the kid if he likes it or not. And if he
Yep.
says, nah, it's like kind of annoying, like I'll just put it away. If
Right.
he's like, oh, that actually helped me out, then we'll start talking about it a little more. But what I see is it benefits a lot in the skating. Like if I'm just doing private lesson for skating with 1 or 2 kids, because then we can look at like both those kids can look at their stride and another kid's stride. And then the next question is, what looked good there? What looked bad there? And then as that kid's watching the other kid go, now I can see, did you like that stride? How was he on his edges there? And he's starting to teach, he's almost teaching me how to skate now. And if he can teach me how to skate when he's at practice or when he's at stick it puck, like he can start practicing that on his own and he doesn't always need me. I can't be there in a game with you telling you like, oh, like chip the puck here and do this. You need to be able to think about that. But I think being able to like kind of teach it back is a good way to start that and just start thinking about things differently. Because the goal would be to start to not think about it and just do it.
Right. Automatically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny. Speaking of like, 1-on-1, 1-on-2, or like 3-on, 4-on-1, what do you like better? Do you like small groups or do you like what do you think is more beneficial for kids? You like the 1-on-1s more, or you like the 3-on-1s or the 4-on-1s?
When you're younger, I think a group is a little better because your attention span is terrible. Like all these little kids that come for me for like the 1-on-1s, if you're like a mite or below, I like recommend like a 30 to 40-minute session. Because by that time, the kid's like, how much time is left? Or like he's looking at the stands thinking about eating popcorn after the
Yeah, he's done. Yeah.
But I'd rather a 30-minute session of him doing the right things and being fully engaged.
Right.
So I think a group is a little better because you can kind of play off like who's out there and then they kind of focus a little more.
Right.
As you get older, it just depends on the kid. Like some people like the 1-on-1 aspect, some like the group aspect, but if you can find like a good private coach, stick with it. If you can find a coach that 1 to 3 or 4 kids and it runs well and you guys have a good like flow and you're getting better with better kids or even worse kids and just learning how to push yourself through that.
Right.
I think like either will benefit you.
Right. As long as you're doing something.
But I also think that just seeing it, it's like a lot of parents and like I don't fault them for this and I'm not like complaining about it, but like it's like, oh, who's gonna be there? It's like there are some times where your kid's not the best kid out there either, but at the same time, like you're going to play against kids when you go to high school, you're going to play against kids that are 14 and kids that are 18. Like you got to learn how to play with everyone pretty much. Sure. And I understand people are spending money on it, but it's also like, dude, this is the times we have. If you want to come, like we're going to work and let him teach himself how to like, if he thinks he's better than everyone, then freaking prove it. Right. Like that's not a time to take your foot off the gas pedal. That's a time to put your foot on the gas pedal.
That's interesting. So you have parents that won't show up because their kid's not the best one in the group?
No, I have parents that will ask, and I'm sure this is everyone, that if they think their kid is the best one or like too good for the group, then they'll be like, oh, can we do another session? And then they'll ask me, can I skate with the college guys? I'm like, dude, like, that's like,
yeah. Yeah.
And I get it. Believe me, I get it. And we try to make it work the best we can, but you gotta learn how to play hockey and like, it shouldn't matter who the hell is out there, in my opinion.
Right.
Like we have an NHL guy that skates with me all summer and I'll be like, hey man, like if you don't mind, like these little kids would love to come out and they're pretty good, but like, they want to see how like you work. And he'll be like, dude, no problem. Like it's not gonna, like, I won't let that happen if it's going to affect someone else's lesson.
Right, of course.
If I think it's going to affect someone's lesson and someone's training, then I'll speak up and be like, no, like he can't come, or yes, he can come, or no, like he shouldn't be in this session. Maybe try this session.
Right.
But I think to like put your kid on a pedestal like that a little bit, like it's not teaching him the right lesson in my opinion. Like
correct.
Like you're not better than anyone just because you're a little bit better at a sport than somebody, like
100%.
And you're also only 12. Like in a year or two, that kid could pass you, and your kid could not even be playing hockey. Like,
yeah, and just like listening to you talk about all this, I just what came to me was like how the way you operate is it's not a monologue. You're not the coach out there just telling the kids what to do. It's a dialogue. Like you're getting feedback from the kid on how to like adjust your approach potentially, right? And it's just honestly just hearing you talk about your approach, just like how much like you care about like the kids that you're working with, and then what that brought me to is like relationship building, right? And just like I can see the value in working with coaches like consistently, right? And that's something you brought up earlier in terms of like maybe a key to success was consistency in some regards, and how important it would be just to work with the coach, assuming they're a good coach and the kid likes them, and not just because they are a gold medalist or they're a former pro, not because they got these accolades,
Right.
but just someone your kid can connect with, right? And like if that
Trust.
kid, the coach, yeah, no, just hearing you talk about things, it just the value of that just seems very clear to me right now.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I mean, that's why I do it, is because I never had a coach like be like, hey, this is why we're doing this drill.
Right.
Like, and there'd be multiple times where I'm like, dude, why the hell are we doing this? I'm just doing it to do it. But like,
Right.
I don't believe in that anymore. Like you step on the ice, like it's not just practice to practice. You got to practice with some intent. Like
Right.
today, I'm gonna like if we're doing tight turns, I'm gonna work on how I tight turn, right? Like, but I'm gonna do it the best of my ability and not just be like, this is a cone and stuff like that. But I think just asking like, hey, do you see how this is applicable to a game? Or like
Yeah.
how you can use this in this situation. And like I'm honestly surprised. And like Dom's a good example of it because we've been doing it for a while of like I'll start to talk to Dom and I'll be like, "Hey, do you see how like kind of cutting above here can kind of open up a space?" And then now he'll start to be like, "Yeah, I do see this, but also like can I do this too? Like can I like cut his hands off and come in this?" I'll be like, "Dude, 100%. Like
Right.
there's no one right or wrong answer. All I want you to do is think, right? Like those cones
Yeah.
are going to be moving. The like there's going to be more guys out there. You're going to have options too. It's not you one on one. Like
Right.
you're going to have teammates to look for. You're going to have D to look out for. So
Yeah.
if you can kind of be aware and know the why of why you're doing all this for the big aspect of playing good in games, I
Mhm.
think like the sessions become better too.
Yeah, and it's funny you said that, because so Dominic's been with you for a while now, I
Yeah,
mean, so so
crazy long now.
and he trusts you like implicably, like, he's so when and I think you guys have an awesome relationship, and I think that that's huge. That didn't start; it had to be built over time, right?
Yeah,
That's huge. If you like you said, if you can find a skills coach that you trust and you work with him and you stay with him instead of listen, I know people bounce all over the place, but you guys have been together for a long time and he's made huge strides since he's been with you, RJ. You know?
yeah,
No
no,
pun,
I
no pun
agree.
intended, right?
Yeah. Exactly. I actually didn't mean it. It's true.
I mean, I appreciate that, but it's just been awesome to watch him like grow, like mentally. One, like like just be able to like control his emotions a little more and realize that it's not like there's no gun to your head when you're doing this rep, dude. Like
Right.
you have another rep, or like you're going to have another shift. Like, how do you control yourself when that's happening? Like, because
Yeah.
when good, like, and he's like, then the next shift he'll be like, or the next rep he'll go like bar down and be like, and look back at me like I'm
Yeah.
an idiot, like I'm an asshole to him. Like I'm like, dude, like I told you, what did we just argue about for 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll say this. Dominic had not just physically like skating and shooting and passing and stick handling, with you, but like mentally, Dominic has grown since he's been with you. And I
Yeah,
know you've seen that. I don't even need to tell you that.
yeah, no, believe me, it's been awesome to watch, and like that's why we do it because the game is not just skills. The game of hockey is a big mental battle and being aware of what's going on. And we talked about it before, the ups and downs, the ups and downs. Like body language plays a lot into that. What you say to yourself plays a lot into that, right? Like being able to talk to your teammates about what's going on plays a lot into that stuff.
Huge.
Do do you did well, I guess this is kind of like the same question, but in two different ways. But as far as like the mental performance, mental strength aspect of the game, is that something that you ever was part of like your training when like you were younger or like even in college? And then also, is that something that like you see a lot of kids doing more and more of?
I think it's becoming a bigger thing, especially
Yeah,
with like
sure looks like it.
Instagram and all that stuff. Like
Yep.
people are able to get it out a little more.
Yeah.
When I was playing, not necessarily, but I used to run a lot, and like
Okay.
that was my like that's how I got like mentally tough. Like there's no harder thing than being freaking 14 and you're like people are going to like the birthday party and you're like, dude, I gotta run 3 miles, shoot like 100 bucks, and it's 100 degrees out. Like, and then after
Hard.
you do like a full workout, like that was kind of my mental thing. But at the same time, like, I think that's a huge aspect of it, of just learning how to like kind of control your emotions, like not just in the game, but like during training. Like, like training is not supposed to be like this fun, exciting, like elaborate thing. It's supposed to be like monotonous and doing the same thing over again and like getting better at the simple little details of shooting a puck and skating and like just making these little moves. Like I like to compare it to like, or how I think of like Michael Jordan, of him just like in his backyard just shooting the ball, right? And like putting himself in a game situation, like, but just shooting and shooting and shooting. I think that's how like you see it on Instagram, and I'm guilty of it too. And it's like, come to this cone, jump over the pad, spinorama, like get on your knees, get up. And like, it's great and it looks awesome. And you can call it Russian edges or whatever the hell you want to call it. But like I'm a big believer in the simplicity of hockey. Like if you can have a good foundation of shooting, a good foundation of being a good skater and being athletic, all those things will sometimes just come in a game, right? Because when you get tired and pressure's on you, what do you fall back on? Right? You fall back on your highest level of training, which in my opinion should be like the way like a Japanese baseball player plays. Like, like isn't the most flashy person, but he'll be in the league for 100 years and not get hurt and make the right plays at the right time, kind of stuff.
Yeah, they always get the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something that you just said got me thinking about just like doing those monotonous things, like going outside, garage, wherever, shooting pucks. And something that like comes up often is just like, okay, so I'm going to send, hey, Otto, go out there. I need you to, I need you to, right? Here I am, a crazy hockey dad, right?
Yeah.
But what I think you should do, as I clench my fist, is why don't you go out there and hang out with that lonely bucket of pucks, right?
Yeah.
And
I like Jason Tapp.
yeah, exactly. Shout out Jason Tapp.
Yeah.
But the shooting mechanics of a kid just going out there and shooting pucks, like you said, you gave a different example of it earlier. But like if the kid's going out there every day with like poor form, poor technique, he's just reinforcing poor form, poor technique. So
in a way, when they're younger, I think just like like getting out there and shooting is a good thing.
Okay, fair.
As you get older, right? Like then you want to kind of focus in, but like at the same time, if they're out there to like and doing that, they're going to be thinking about it a little bit, or you hope, right? And like, again, it's instant feedback. So like, there's like, if your puck's a muffin, I know for a fact there's no hockey player in the world that's just going to be like, all right, I'm just going to shoot 100 muffins.
Right.
You're going to try to like adjust something.
Right.
But what I also tell people is to like pick a guy in the NHL or in college. He's going to have a YouTube video somewhere of him shooting or a picture of him shooting, and emulate that. Right? Sure. Try to get to that point. Or go on YouTube and type it in, how to properly shoot. Like the thing that we didn't have when we were growing up is like the internet and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's huge. There's so many free resources that there's really no excuse to not do like those little things. And like if you're not doing it, someone else is. And rather do it consistently, hopefully not consistently bad, right?
Right. I guess it's better to be out there and doing something poorly than not be out there at all, right?
Yeah, something's better than nothing for sure.
Right. Even if I guess it was wrong. And I get that at the younger ages. When they get older, they can kind of dial, and then they're also stronger, right? I remember when Dominic was shooting when he was younger, he would throw muffins at the net all day long, and it was just like fire a bunch of pucks like at the center of the net a bunch, and then we got like a shooter tour. Now he starts picking corners. So it's funny to watch your kid evolve over time. And you're right. I think they kind of do figure it out a little bit.
They have to a little bit, right? Like we can't hold their hand the whole time and be like, hey, dude, this is exactly how you have to do it. Because I think that also changed their mindset of like, oh, coach said I have to do it like this way. So then the creativity goes out the window.
problem.
remember
Yeah.
when I was a kid, just like shooting outside also, and like you just brought this conversation is bringing it back. But like if I'm not like hitting a target, I would like hang like bottles in the corner with like old shoelace or whatever, hockey skate lace. But like if I'm missing consistently, it's like okay, well that's not what I'm going for. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something else. I might change the position of like my hips, or I might be like keeping my hands closer together or further apart. But you start thinking, like to your point, you're right. The kid's definitely thinking about it and like saying, okay, if I'm not getting the result that I want, let me try some other way to fix it. And then at the same time, like you could have a kid on the ice and with a coach that's like teaching them how to shoot, but like insisting they have like their hands here, and a backswing that only goes so far if they're working on clappers, whatever. And like that might just feel really shitty for that kid. Like that could just feel like wrong, and then what they're gonna go home and like I don't know, like so I guess I guess I'm ultimately saying and agreeing that like just getting out there is, even if it's not with the right technique, they're learning, right?
Yeah, and I like if a kid has the momentum or like to like jump outside without anyone asking him, he wants to get better,
Right.
or he's having a good time, which is even better, right? He's having fun.
Yeah.
Or, like again, like I don't know, when I was out there shooting the ball with my friends or shooting the puck by myself, like it was always game 7, 30 seconds left. Like RJ's got the puck, like I gotta hit this corner, like stuff like that. And
Yeah.
like if you're not hitting your spot, it's like, why am I not hitting that? Or why am I not hitting it consistently? What can I change?
Right.
Yeah.
And then at that point, sometimes that's a good time to like, okay, he's been out there for a couple weeks. Like maybe we take a video and send it to his coach and see if he can adjust something. And then you kind of go from there.
Right. That's true.
You're right. The iPhone and like the camera on the iPhone, now that it's everywhere, right? Everybody's got one in their pocket. And YouTube, I mean, you're right. You said it before, like there's no excuse. Like it's so easy. The information is so accessible these days for these kids. And I think a lot of them don't take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's also the point of like, you get down that YouTube rabbit hole if there's 9 coaches saying 9 different things and you see this, and then it's like, do I even get out there at that point? Like
It's like
sometimes
daunting. Yeah.
it needs to be just like one video, one player, go do it.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good call. Just pick a player that you like.
Yeah.
Right, because there's going to be a ton of noise out there. But if you like that player, then like get after it.
I mean,
give it a
that's
try.
with anything. Like I had a kid that's trying to play better in the D zone today. Like that's a hard thing to teach at a one-on-one. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just me and him. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna walk around you every time. But I told him, I was like, dude, one, he plays soccer, so it's like this is going to be very similar, or there's going to be similar aspects to you playing soccer defensively to you playing hockey defensively.
Right.
So when you're on the soccer field, like start to think about it a little bit and just take it out here the next time you're on a 3-on-3 or whatever. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You get beat, dude, you're already getting beat. So who cares? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like just little things like that. But just watching the game, I think kids kind of like forget about that. And like, if you're going to watch a hockey game, you don't just watch the puck, right? If you're trying to get better, you got to watch the whole entire game. What's the D doing? Okay, in this situation, he's stepping a little bit. In this situation, they're staggered. Like, all right, they're playing in between the dots a little more, like stuff like that. And then I think kids like, like I don't have kids, but they say like your kids will watch you and emulate kind of what you do. So why not translate that over to watching hockey and trying to do that on the ice too?
Yeah, we don't enough kids that I think Alec Marsh said it, right, Scott? He said like enough kids like these days just don't watch hockey, right? They just don't watch enough hockey,
Yeah, because
I
they
think
just watch the clips.
Yeah, or
highlights.
they watch like those the trick shot things, which is great. Like that, but that's not hockey.
Yeah.
Like
that's not going to help you.
Yeah.
That'll help you become Instagram famous, but that's it.
Yeah.
But and like also to that point, it's like whatever the statistic is on like how much of a game you're actually playing with the puck on your stick, right? It's like
it's crazy,
very little. So it's like you should be paying attention to like
the best kids out there have the puck on their stick more.
100%. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Most
So
don't
it's like
at all.
Yeah. But let's stick under the puck as fast as we can and then chase it around in practice. Like, what's that going to do for you?
Yeah.
100%. That, and everybody's trying to toe drag these days. Like everybody's trying to slip the puck under a stick or like toe drag. Like I say it all the time. My kid drives me nuts. I'm like in the stands when I'm watching the game, I'm like, just go around him. I'm like, just go
Oh,
around
there's
him.
so
Like,
many times where these kids, they'll have the deep beat, and then it's like, dude, I gotta like pull it all the way here, and then the puck's in the
right?
corner over there. Like,
Like
dude, if
you
you
Yeah.
could
went
walk
to
in the
you would
net.
have scored a goal. Like,
Exactly.
100%.
All you need to
but
do
they're
is
like,
keep
I don't know, it's
driving.
weird. Some of they're like scared to make contact sometimes, like everything's got to be like super, super fancy instead of like, hey, dude, like you have speed. One easiest move to do is slow down and speed up, right? Make that D step to you and then speed up and cut them off, like get to the net. But it's easy, but it's hard because if you're getting to the center of the ice and you're getting to that net, like you're probably going to get hit or you're probably going to get a stick on you. But where are the goals scored? Like that
Right.
area.
Right there. Yeah.
No, it's so true. Yeah, did
Yeah.
just see like, and to that point, like it's like the simpler things, right? Just like and kids are like they make it complicated because they want to do these complicated things, and I no, I know I see it with my son too. I'm like, dude, just like if you can't
frustrating.
like. How many times are you really getting around this guy doing like trying to like toe drag or like slide it through wherever? And I'm like, if you don't have it, like escape turn, try to beat them wide. If you don't have anything wide,
Yeah.
just keep the puck on your stick and just try to make a play. But don't just keep on doing the thing you keep doing, then
Probably
losing
right
the
on the
puck at
blue
the blue
line.
line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right on the
100%.
blue line.
Yeah, of course.
No doubt.
It's always right on the blue line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Unreal.
So we've
Yeah.
kept you for like almost an hour and 15 minutes. So I have one more question for you. Do you have any really funny like hockey parent stories that you're like that
I mean,
Or disturbing ones. We take
doesn't have to
disturbing
be
ones
It
also.
doesn't have to be your parent either, by the way.
just alcohol and tournaments do not mix.
Okay.
Like, there's no need for you to be going over the glass, yelling at the refs or yelling at your kids. It's embarrassing for you. It's embarrassing for the team, and more important, it's embarrassing for your kid. Like, no one wants to do that. But I will say, when I was younger, I was playing at Sportorama in House League, and I scored like 2 goals like pretty quickly, and I was lining up for the face-off, and it's just like the first period, like end of the first period. And my dad, he goes, RJ. I was like, what? And he goes, are you tired? I was like, yeah. Took me off the ice. He said, all right, now you can sit by me the whole game. I benched me for 2 periods. He was like, you never tell a coach you're tired. I was like, oh,
No
lesson
way.
learned.
That was the coach. The coach benched you.
My dad. That was my
Oh,
dad.
your dad
was
was
the coach.
coaching.
He
Oh,
did
wow.
that.
Your dad, and he was the head coach. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I probably cried for 2 periods.
Oh my God.
Now, do you think he was trying to? Well, obviously, he was trying to teach you a lesson, right?
Yeah, it's that old thing of just, dude, you're playing hockey, like you don't let anyone know. Like
you
you
said
just battle
before.
through it because, and it kind of served its purpose later on in life where, like you start to look at this. There's a game within the game. Like
Oh yeah.
when you're lining up for faceoffs or you're on the bench, like chirping the other guys, like that's part of the game. But if you see someone with their like hunched over like this, breathing heavy, like, oh, I'm getting under this guy's skin easy, like, or this guy's a head case, like, oh, I can tap him on the shins, he's gonna hit me back, and he's in the box. Like, it kind of served its purpose like that. Like, just don't let anyone know, stay even keel, and just play the game to the best of your ability. But I was also like, Dad, like, what if it was like the 3rd period and I can't even skate and we're like up by a goal? Like, do you want me to not tell you you're tired then? Like,
Right.
Don't let him see the weakness. No weakness.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Show no weakness. That's
Unreal.
Awesome. Listen,
Yeah.
RJ, thank you, buddy. I
This
really
was
appreciate you
awesome.
coming
Yeah,
out
I
this
appreciate
night.
you guys' time. That was fun.
Yeah,
No,
so good to
it's
see you again.
awesome,
It's been a long
man.
time.
Kept
Yeah,
us
it
so
has been a
long.
while.
Yeah.
This was
All right,
this was
well,
great, dude. Thank you very much. We're gonna have to you
Yeah.
on again, RJ. Thank you,
All
buddy.
right, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Appreciate you,
Appreciate
man.
it.
That'd be
All right.
awesome. Thank
See
you,
you,
guys.
buddy. Yep. See ya.
All right, everybody. Welcome back from that interview with RJ Burns. Amazing to get to know him better, man.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't really know him that well before that.
Yeah, I mean, we crossed paths when I was coaching, and like
Right.
he was leading one of he led the team for a little bit that came on after us. And
At the
then
Avalanche.
At the Avs.
Oh, did he really? I didn't realize
that. There was a change up, and he was helping out. So Justin was
Doing
there a
skill
few
stuff?
times. No, he no, I think he was out there coaching.
Was he really?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
if
I
I'm
didn't
not
know that.
mistaken.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then Otto's gone over to one of their places. I think he shot some pucks with Connor, and
Oh, cool.
whatever.
Very cool.
Anyway,
They have an off ice place too.
yeah, which used to that's the
I didn't mention that on the
place-
first half of this.
Yeah, that's over in Hawthorne.
Right,
Used to
that
be the
Used to be
Performance Den.
the Den, yes.
which was Brandon Crawley.
right. Whatever happened to Brandon Crawley? Where is he?
He moved to Florida.
Oh, he's not in the area anymore.
No, not no. I don't think
Rangers draft pick, right?
So. He played. Yeah,
He
played for
he
the
actually
Rangers.
played a bunch of games, right?
He played. So he played. He's local. He grew up in. Shoot,
I would say Wyckoff.
Ramsey?
Am I wrong? It was around here somewhere,
Ramsey,
right?
Glenrock.
Yeah. Something. It was right around
Something.
here. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Glenrock.
Local to us. Yeah.
And then he played. I know he played for the Avalanche. Then he went to the OHL. He played for the London Knights.
Oh, he was a London
He
Knight.
was a
Oh, that's
London
legit,
Knight.
man.
Dude, he played with.
That's legit.
He was teammates with.
I'm going to say there's
was
probably
it
some big names.
Matthew. Wait, was it Matthew or Brady Kachuk?
I'm sure. I don't doubt it.
One of the Kachucks.
London Knights are the real deal.
Evan Bouchard.
Again, London Knights are the real deal.
I think Mitch Marner.
I don't doubt it. The London Knights are the real deal.
I think he had some like.
Yeah.
No, they are the real
It's
deal,
like-
but he also
yeah.
happened to be there with like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He obviously was the real
Ridiculous,
deal
but then-
because to get to that team is very legit.
Yeah, and then he played.
That's a hard team to go wrong with. Like,
Right.
A lot of those guys make it.
And that was years ago now, and he came from the States. He
Yeah.
went there undrafted.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he wasn't in the OHL
Oh, he
draft.
wasn't drafted.
No.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And
Oh, so he moved to Florida.
yeah, he moved,
Right.
last I talked to him, he moved out of the down to Florida.
That's right.
He had to stop playing because of concussions.
I was going to say he kept getting hurt.
concussions.
Right.
But as a Ranger, he scored a goal against the Devils.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That's funny. Boo Nieves was a Ranger too, who was also a top line guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
him and Justin. I think I want to say went to Michigan together. I want to say they played on the same line together, but I'm not sure if
did
that's
they?
right. But they
Yeah,
both
could be.
were Michigan Wolverines together.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm pretty sure that somebody that we interviewed the other day graduated with Boo.
Who?
I don't want to give away our soon to be episode.
Oh.
But a very smart
Oh.
person that we just interviewed
Really?
graduated with Boo
No way.
from the University of Michigan.
I didn't know that other person went there.
Yes. I just found that out recently.
Oh,
so they
right,
are
that makes sense.
classmates.
How about that?
So and I don't know if Justin was in that graduating year too, but I want to say Boo was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How about that?
So they know
Small
each other.
world.
Yes. So that So
Anyway.
we have a good interview coming soon that we just did. That will be
Next week, probably?
yeah, probably next week. I would say,
Yeah.
right? That
Uh-huh.
makes sense to you next week. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's a good one. We want to
Yeah.
get that one out there. Not that the rest of them aren't. They're all good, but that one's going to be very insightful. I think.
I agree with that.
Yeah, ton of information coming in that one.
No doubt.
But the top line guys are great. So they took over Brendan Crawley's old place
in Hawthorne.
In Hawthorne,
They got Gleiss and they got a gym.
right?
It's a smaller facility.
It is a small facility, but it's
still you can
still
get
legit.
some like legit reps in.
Yeah, like top line guys are great. Dominic's been skating with them for a long time.
Yeah,
a lot
but-
of American Dream stuff that we
You know,
did with them.
It would be great to have talk to Justin or Boo or Connor, but like just listen to RJ and his
Yeah.
own personal philosophy, like just how he was even saying that like it's been the most rewarding for him has been coaching, not
Yeah,
playing,
that was
not the playing
surprising to
thing.
me, man.
I kind of feel like recency bias. I want to
was-
call on that a little bit. But
maybe, but that surprised me when he
Yeah.
said that. I was really surprised when he said how much he enjoys it.
yeah,
I didn't expect him to say that.
I wouldn't have thought that it trumps playing. But
Right.
hey, listen, I mean that's great, and it obviously shows because he cares so much about the kids. And like, I thought it was
Yeah, he's
great
good.
how he was just
RJ's good.
talking about like having conversations with the kids about like kind of like how it's feeling for them, what they're seeing out there.
He does it with
you know,
Dominic.
and relationship building.
Yeah.
and it's and helping kids understand the why behind some of it, and
Yeah.
like getting them to understand that like mind body connection and
Yeah.
really, and again, listen, I've never had like a skills coach like this, so I can't say from experience
Right.
what it's like to, but I'd imagine like with any other mentor, or teacher or coach, it's like
Yeah.
there are better ones and there are less good ones. And
Sure.
It
Yeah.
just seems like
Just like every other profession, right?
he's a good one.
No, RJ's good. Yeah, and RJ's great. And I think it's funny you mentioned some of the rest of the guys. I think Boo has agreed to come on with us.
That's awesome.
We just need to schedule him. The top line guys are all great.
Yeah,
they all
yeah.
played at very high levels. They're very good coaches. Again, if you're in our area or close to our area, the top line guys are great.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of facilities. I'm waiting for them to have their own rink one day.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
Well, there was a
They tried.
with it Fritz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place is a mess, by the way.
I mean, it's still just shut down.
So we'll give you guys some context. For those of you who are in our area, know Fritz Dietl in Westwood? In Westwood. So Fritz Dietl, the mother, was a figure skater. Early
long time ago.
30s? Am I
50s?
wrong?
No, I don't think it was
40s?
50s, I thought,
50s?
but either way.
Okay. Long time ago. Okay. So they owned a rink and like a whole complex, which is like a rink, parking lot, couple buildings. And Fritz Dietl was famous in our area for being a square ice rink.
It's literally got square corners.
It's literally
has. It wasn't meant for hockey.
It's not meant for hockey, right? So it literally has square corners. And the funny part about it is have you seen the Zambonis?
Dude, I used to play pickup there like once a week for like a long time. And that actually happens to be the first rink where I ever skated with hockey equipment on.
Is that right?
That was my first clinic. Went with Clark McMillan.
Okay.
And
that's a name from the past.
Yeah, I know, right?
From our childhood.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And not Eric. Eric's brother, Riker. No, Oscar Riker's son.
Oh, the doctor.
Yes.
Gotcha. The orthopedist.
Yeah, his oldest son.
Oh, he was with you there?
The
okay.
three of us, yeah.
Interesting. So Fritz Dietl is a square rink. Not only is it square, the
ceilings are very low.
The ceilings are low. From the lobby, there's only these little like small like not even say picture windows, tiny windows to watch through.
Yeah.
And there's the doors to get in to the rink are like
swinging doors in and out of a restaurant kitchen.
Think of a Western bar, which have those doors that push open.
Yeah.
Right? Those two swing doors that push, or like I said, like a kitchen. But it reminds me of like a saloon with the two doors that push open.
Yeah.
That's how you get into this rink.
Right, but they're like they go all the way to the
ceiling. Yeah, they're not just they're
Dude,
right.
So let me tell you something. So I was skating there once a week on like Tuesday nights for a while, and like so there's no benches.
There's no benches.
So what we would
to get
do
off the ice, you literally have to go out the door.
Dude, you have to go out the door. But what we would do is we would take benches that that were in the lobby.
You bring them in there?
Tie their skates, and we'd bring them onto the ice and set them up in the corners, and that's where we would sit.
I am not surprised,
dude. And so I was playing pickup, and there was this one of the guys that was there. He was also my men's league team, but an older guy,
right?
And there was like I don't know how. Let's just say he was like 60, right? And there was another guy on the ice who was probably like I don't know, same age, maybe a little older, or looked older.
Yeah.
And Scott happens to be his name. And Scott, could be a feisty player, and like for some reason, I think the other old guy out there, like I don't know, did something to Scott that like frustrated him. So the guy was skating down the side, and Scott like body checked him, like not super hard, but
into the 90-degree angle corner.
No, right into the swinging doors.
Oh, and he went into the lobby. He went through the lobby. Into the lobby.
He checked him literally out of the rink.
Yeah, it doesn't take much pressure to open those doors.
Dude,
literally, you just kind of push on it and they go.
It was funny because, like, first of all, Scott was like bigger than this other guy, and this guy was also older.
Oh my god! So he bodied him through the doors into the lobby.
Into the lobby, dude.
The
guy went flying.
Listen, there's not a lot of. It's funny when you come into that lobby. There's not a lot of room between that door and the counter.
Right. So this was like late at night, and there was like no one else like in there, but still.
Can you imagine if somebody was walking by the door
and someone just came flying
just
out.
got absolutely taken out in the
hysterical.
lobby?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that place is kind of like, I don't want to say an institution, but if you're in our area and your kid has played ice hockey, chances are your kid skated there when he was very little.
Right. Just, it's like kind of, yeah, totally.
There's videos of Dominic there and Darvin, the kid who lives across the street from us, when they were like 5.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. 100%. I mean, and the Zamboni, again, just to give you guys some context, the Zambonis, number one, the liveries on them, like the paint jobs, are literally like old fighter jets from like World War II.
Yep.
Have like the shark mouth, like that's the paint design on the Zambonis, which are fucking, they're awesome, dude. I have pictures of them on my phone.
Yeah.
We'll stick them up on Instagram.
Sure.
Okay. We'll put some stuff on Instagram so you guys can see what Fritz Dietl looks like. Those of you who don't know it, but not only that, their Zamboni actually has a belt
that picks up the snow
and drops it in the hopper.
Yeah.
Like it's like one of the original Zambonis, probably from the 50s or like you said, the 40s.
Right.
This thing is a fucking antique. I mean, it belongs in like a museum.
And it's probably still parked in there. It's been shut.
Oh.
I wonder what it smells. It probably smells awful in there.
So I drove by it the other day. So funny
Yeah,
you
so
said
did I.
that. No, you did.
Yeah.
So Nancy and I drove by it, and then we were actually saying somebody bought it because the mother died a while ago. The son had it and was there, but I think he has family that lives not in the area, or there's two brother and sister that don't live in the area. So that the guy who ran it was at the front desk forever, who was always sleeping.
Yeah.
Those of you who know what I'm talking about, you'll
Yeah.
probably be giggling right now. Totally forgot his name. Sorry, buddy. Forgot his name, but whatever it was, the guy, he'd be sleeping at the counter. But I think he passed away.
He did.
Right?
Yeah.
And I want to say the other brother and sister sold it.
Yeah.
Somebody bought it and is now trying to get out of it, I think.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure like there's a soil issue, like contaminated soil. I think it's a major issue.
Oh, no way.
Oh yeah. No, somebody bought it. Somebody local bought it.
Huh.
And I think it's a major issue.
Like environmental hazard.
Oh, I think it's a major, major issue. Are you surprised?
No, because I think they did have like whatever like refrigerant system that was underneath the glycol or whatever they use. Like
I think there's
it
major issues.
it's probably leaked.
Oh, for a very long time. Do you remember the sign on the door that's been there for ever since Dominic started skating?
I don't.
You don't remember it?
What is this?
We don't have insurance. Skate at your own risk.
Oh, no.
You remember that?
No.
We have no insurance.
No.
Plastered right down the front door.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
We have no insurance.
bottom line up front.
Listen, it was again, for those of you who, it's funny, when you're a parent of kids in this game and you travel around to all these rinks, you remember some of them.
Some you'll never forget.
This one is unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
I mean, the 90-degree angled corners and the door to get into the lobby, the Zamboni. I mean, like that is something that, I mean, it's funny. You just travel around and you're in some interesting barns, and this one is a fucking doozy.
Yeah. Well, R.I.P. Fritz Dietl.
Yes, R.I.P. Again, I think they were trying to resurrect it, and
As a rink?
I think so, buddy.
Oh,
The guy who bought it was trying to do something with it. He's a hockey dad.
Oh, there
He's a
you go.
hockey parent.
Right.
Local hockey parent. And I think that there were like just major problems. This is what I heard. I could be wrong. For those, if anybody knows the exact story, write us.
Yeah.
But what I heard was that there were some major issues like with the ground. And the guy's like, fuck
doesn't
this.
surprise me.
I'm out of here.
Right.
Because listen,
the cost to deal with
Yeah.
it has got to be astronomical.
so when Nancy and I were driving by it the other day, we saw it. Keller Williams has it for sale.
Yeah.
And you saw the sign too? Yeah. So I'm assuming that will turn into like commercial down low, residential above, because there's like a house in the back too. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
They own a bunch of buildings.
Yeah, the one next door to the other side of the parking
on the other
lot.
side of the parking lot,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that, and if I'm telling you, the guy should put those Zambonis in a museum. They're fantastic looking, and again, the paint jobs on them, those
Yeah.
old school like fighter jets with the shark mouth,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that were like from like the World War II or World War I, wherever they're from. I mean, that's they're like relics.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome. So so there you go. So there's a little going down memory lane with you locals, and for the people that aren't from around here, I'm sure you've been in barns like that.
Yeah,
This
that'd be
one-
great. Actually, send pictures of
Yeah.
like the
Old barns like
the
this.
most memorable barn.
That's a great idea. Send
Yeah,
pictures of the
send
most memorable
memorable
barn. You know, Fritz Dietl's a tough one to compete with, man, because that's pretty legendary.
It is. Well, we'll see what comes in.
It'll be very interesting. I'm curious to see what comes in from like overseas or up in Canada.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's
that-
classics.
That should be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
All right, dude.
All right, buddy.
We call this a wrap.
Yeah, good episode.
All right,
It
dude.
was fun.
Likewise.
All right,
Thank you
buddy.
to Topline RJ.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you very
Pleasure.
much. Yeah,
Thanks
buddy.
to all our listeners.
Definitely keep
Keep
downloading.
listening. Yep.
Keep subscribing.
Listen, subscribe.
Everything.
Yep. All the things.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
All right. Take it easy, man.
See you, buddy.
Peace.
Later.